Hello. Hello. Yeah, let's open with that.
Yeah.
The York Revolution is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Here he swings and hammers it. Watch this one go. It's a game winner.
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by PeoplesBank, WellSpan Sports Medicine, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, the law offices of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Solomus, and Calkins, York Mitsubishi, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, York Dental Sleep Therapy, Mad Dash, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood Family Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, Commonwealth Connections Academy, Downtown Inc., and United Way of York County.
Swing and a deep drive to right field. Watch this one go. He fires. Game over. Base hit. It's a fair ball. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He slides. He's in. Revs won it.
Now with today's York Revolution pregame show, here's Will DeBoer.
From PeoplesBank Park in York, Pennsylvania, it's the York Revolution and the Sugarland Skeeters in Atlantic League baseball action. Well, it's a big one in the Freedom Division. York at number 1 and Sugarland at number 2. The Revs can do some real good to put some space between themselves and the rest of the pack and have themselves quite a bit of a fun summer. All that is coming up this week. 3 games with Sugarland, then 4 games at Lancaster. They can run away with the Freedom Division here in the first half, so it's time to rise up. Hello, everybody. Will DeBoer here high above the surface here at PeoplesBank Park on a picture-perfect Friday evening. It's a Joe Nichols special, sunny and 75. Big crowd on hand, and a costumed crowd on hand, here to collect the latest in the Celebrate York series presented by Memorial Hospital. The bobblehead given away tonight, Marquis de Lafayette in his famous pose, which has been immortalized in bronze on Market Street right next to the Cadorus Creek, drew some national attention this week as a York Daily Record spoof of a song from the musical Hamilton went viral online. So the Revs trying not to throw away their shot as they take on Sugarland. Before we focus on this game, let's talk about the game that just was last night. A thriller against the New Britain Bees to try and win the series. York scoring first in the bottom of the first on a Telvin Nash double. New Britain tying it in the top of the third on a Brandon Chavez home run. Goose eggs for 4 straight innings. Then the top of the 8th inning, a 2-run triple by John Jones looked to ice it for the Bees, but then you never count out the man named Dre. Men on the corners, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, Andres Perez, a 1-1 slider, cracks it deep into the central PA night and over that arch nemesis. A walk-off 3-run homer, his 3rd walk-off of his Revs career and his 56th home run in a York uniform. Final score, Revs 4, Bees 3. York improving to 13-8 overall, 8-3 here at PeoplesBank Park. Sugarland, on the other hand, coming off of a couple losses in a row to Bridgeport. They capped a 6-game homestand down there in Texas at a 4-2 record, but losing their last 2 to the Bluefish, 3-1 and 4-1 respectively. They will make their 2nd trip up to York, Pennsylvania this season to take on the Revs. The Skeeters were here, the first home series of the year, back in April 28th through March 1st. Skeeters came away with a split, winning the first one 9-6. York taking the next 2 9-1 and 8-5, and Sugarland taking the finale 9-6 on a Sunday afternoon affair. That was the last time. Now we'll set the scene for this time out. Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, a 3-game set here at PeoplesBank Park. The pitching matchup tonight, Tony Pena going for the Revs. Matt Neal was scheduled to start. He was a late scratch, so Tony Pena will get his first start with the Revs this season. And in fact, his first professional start in over 4 years, back when he was with the Arizona League Angels in 2012. So Pena, in what will be his 6th appearance overall of the year, 2-0, 2.89 ERA, coming off of a couple of scoreless innings in Southern Maryland back last Saturday. The Skeeters will throw Parker Frazier. Frazier making his 5th start of the season. 3-0, 3.52 ERA. A win will put him on top in the Atlantic League. He's got 3 wins so far this year. That's tied with a couple of guys. A 4th would put him in sole possession. He's coming off of a Saturday performance himself, a 6-inning, 1-run ball game against Somerset. All right, we will throw it to a commercial break here. When we get back, highlights from last night's thrilling walk-off victory, and right after that, the Broadway transmission Manager's Report. Darrell Henry talking to Mark Mason. All that and much more on this fine radio program, so stay with us on a fine Friday night. You're listening to the WOYK Revs pregame show.
Looking for something cool to do this weekend? Come to the coolest place in town and learn to play hockey or figure skate at the York Ice Arena. The York Ice Arena offers a Learn to Skate program for skaters of all ages and abilities, directed by ISA and USFSA qualified instructors. Skating classes range from beginner to freestyle. Hockey classes cover the basics of the game. All classes include free skate rental and 5 free skating passes, so you can try out your new skills. And remember, the coolest place in town is also available for the coolest birthday party in town. Host your birthday bash in group spaces or with a private ice rental. Public skating at the York Ice Arena is available afternoons, evenings, and weekends. Skate for just $7 and rent your skates for just $3. Plus, you can save with discount passbooks. Oh, and ask about gift cards and kids' prepaid debit cards. So if you're looking to learn something cool, come to the coolest place in town and learn to skate at the York Ice Arena. For more information and to register, go to yorkskate.com. Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at your Sure Save neighborhood markets. Use your gold card every time you shop, and you automatically receive savings and rewards. And get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Sobel's Markets, Wetzel's Market, and also at Nell's Market Fresh Foods. Always a hit and always great savings.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Back on the WOYK Revs pregame show. If you missed last night's game, you're in luck. We've got bonus coverage here on WOYK. The final at-bat of last night's thrilling Revs win over the New Britain Bees. The scene once again, the Revs trailing 3-1 coming into the bottom of the ninth. Keith Castillo leads off with an infield single. After a fielder's choice and an out, Isaias Tejeda rips a single into right, sending the runner to third base. And that brought up Andres Perez with 2 down, 2 on, a chance for glory. Take a listen.
Now here's Perez. And the first pitch is down low. Tonight 1 for 4 at the plate. They really can't pinch run for Tejeda as a catcher, but he doesn't run badly for a catcher, that's for sure. Here's the 1-0, and a swing and a miss, a fastball, and Stem kept it away from Dre.
And he wanted that. He was swinging for the nemesis. Flailing at that ball. Nice placement from Stem.
Outfield actually has Perez shaded the other way. Maybe that's a cue for Perez to look for something away. Might be how Stem pitches more than anything. 1-1, and a slider hit deep, down the line and left, it is gone! It's gone! Andres Perez, the game-winning walk-off 3-run home run! And the Revs win 4-3 in the bottom of the ninth. He'll roll the helmet to home plate this time and jump into the water bath as he crosses home. And the Revs with walk-off win number 2. It's a bomb from Dre to end the night. Took off like a cannon, and the only question was fair or foul, and right past that little foul pole on top of the arch nemesis. And Dre with the third walk-off home run of his Revs career. What a shot. Man, did that thing take off. And when he hits him, he makes them pretty. A game-winning line drive walk-off home run. He's standing down in the field with Will DeBoer.
All right, Darryl, I got the man of the hour, Andres Perez. Dre, walk-off 3-run homer. What did you see? How did it feel?
Oh, man. I was just trying to relax a little bit, and
Matt Neal just doused
Does the
him
mic
again.
still work?
Yeah, we got you.
It still works.
oh my God, I'm soaked. It's cold. All right, give me another question. What do you got?
All right, just 4 home runs so far this season at this park. What is it about hitting over that arch nemesis that just turns you on, man?
Oh man, I don't know, man. The last thing I was thinking about was hitting a walk-off. I just wanted to maybe get like a base hit, hit the ball hard somewhere. And I stayed with my approach, and he threw me a good pitch to hit, and I made solid contact, man. It's pretty off the bat.
More than solid. All right, Trey, I'll let you dry off. Thanks, congrats.
Thank you.
All right, Darryl, I'm going to get a towel for this microphone. We're going to send it back to you.
All right, Will, thanks very much. Yeah, it was worth it right there as Matt Neal drilled Dre with the Gatorade jug and evidently Will's mic as well.
Spoiler alert, the mic survived. I am happy to report. Darryl Henry on the call. Of course, yours truly interviewing Dre. Quite a thrilling moment. And that leads us into our stat of the game. 56 career York Revolution home runs for Andres Perez. He is just 3 shy of Chris Nowak's franchise record of 59. He started out the season with 52, and now he is halfway to getting to 60 on the year. That home run, once again, Perez's 3rd walk-off of his Revs career. He walked it off with a 3-run shot back on September 2nd, 2012 to beat Long Island 7-4 in the 10th inning. And again, last July 24th with a solo crack in the 9th to down Camden 4-3. That was his 4th total walk-off hit of his career. He won the game with a single. In fact, 4 days after his July 21st 4th home run last year with a July 28th single against Bridgeport. We will step aside for another commercial break. When we come back, the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Darryl Henry gets to go inside the clubhouse and talk to Mark Mason. So stay tuned here on the WOYK Revs pregame show.
The Steve Zabin Show.
Brian Williams has taken a leave of absence. And I'm not sure about you, Scott, but I've had just about enough Brian Williams remembers themes on Twitter. Photoshops, snarky jokes,
reporting from the Hindenburg,
the Alamo,
etc.
They're
out there.
Yep.
Waking up America like no one else.
Now they're digging into his reporting from things like Hurricane Katrina.
Yes, where he said he saw
where he
bodies.
reported seeing a body floating past his hotel in the French Quarter. Don't get me started on Katrina. That is one of the greatest media debacles ever. The stuff that was reported as fact that turned out to be not just untrue, but flat-out fabrications. Brian Williams saying, I saw a body floating down Bourbon Street. That was like the least of the lies.
Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Listen up, people.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
He's a professional.
And I did tweet out on 4th and 19, go blue. Irvin took a picture of me in the NFL Game Day morning meeting room celebrating, and I stupidly looked at his phone and did it. And he tweets it out what Rich Eisen was like when he thought You Miss Football won. I can't show you what it was like when they did not win. Do friends do that to friends?
No.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Weekdays at noon on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
Well, Mace, last night, heck of a win, and it seems like this offense, your team just needs a chance, and they did enough in the 9th inning to get Dre to the plate, and he also seems like when he hits them to end games, he hits them pretty well.
No, that was no doubt. No, it was funny. We were talking in the dugout when he went up to hit. It was around this time last year, I think he walked one off, and no sooner we said it, there it went. But, no, I mean, he did a great job. The pitch was a little bit down, and as soon as he hit it, I mean, there was no doubt it was going to stay fair and it was going to be way out of here.
Is that the way that you felt the team approached it? Just keep the line moving, just keep getting on, and any of these guys had the potential to do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought. I believe our hits were down the right field line and into the other way. I don't think we pulled much here in the 9th inning other than the big home run that went over the wall, but. Yeah, we just, we battle with the plate. Sometimes it's not pretty. Sometimes we chase out of the zone. But when we square a ball up, we square them up pretty good. So that was a good win for us. And we saw some guys pitch out of the bullpen that had been struggling a little bit that came up pretty big yesterday.
You did have to pull Josh Wilson mid-game. How's he doing?
Josh is fine. He could have probably played today, and I don't want to push it. It was a foul ball, kind of got him in the knee, and it was just a little bit stiff. Not no damage, like no damage, no ligament damage or anything like that. Just a little bit sore, like if you would bang your knee on something. So we're going to give him the night off, and hopefully we'll get him out there tomorrow and Sunday for the day game.
As far as the pitching goes tonight, it won't be Matt Neal. Are you just being cautious with him, or is there anything to be really concerned with?
No, I mean, he could have pitched, I think, but I just think he needs a few more days, and I want him to be really comfortable when he's out there. He's better than he was in Southern Maryland physically today, but we have some guys here that need to pitch, and there's some guys I want to take a look at. So. I don't want to run Matt out there if he's not feeling 100%, and I don't want him to go out there feeling like 80% and then trying to change what he does. I want him to go out there real comfortable. So I just talked to him, and we decided we were going to give it a few more days.
I know I've asked you this before when you have a reliever stepping in for a spot start, but do you want Tony Pena to do anything differently tonight to try to pace himself, or are you good with 2 or 3 innings and then everybody behind him?
Yeah, we're going to let Tony go as far as he'll go. you know, he's going to be burned for several days anyway, being a starter tonight. So, you know, we're going to use him. The pitch count's going to be up there probably more than normal, but he was building himself up to try to start anyway. So this will be a good opportunity for him to get out there. But as far as changing his approach and how he works, I want him to be the same guy that we've seen. And if he goes as far as he can go, then we'll make some decisions behind that.
Also today, you have Julio DePaula back in here and active and available. With a proven arm like that, what does one more guy like that do to your bullpen?
Well, it makes us better. It makes us better. It gives us more confidence in the dugout when we're making pitching choices later in the game. We know this is a proven guy, someone that can do it. We've seen him do it here, and so we're comfortable with him and what he can do, and he's comfortable with us. So I think Julio obviously is an upgrade for us on our roster. So we're happy to have him.
And lastly, you're starting a week of division games here, and 21 games in, a chance to maybe create a little space if you have a good week. How do you look at it? How do you think the guys are looking at it? I mean, I know they've been through grinds before, and you don't want to put any added pressure on, but pretty excited about this week? Yeah,
we're excited. We're excited to play every night. It doesn't matter who we're playing. I think our guys come in with the same attitude every day. They're having a lot of fun, win or lose, and it's a really good clubhouse. It's kind of a family atmosphere out there, and the guys are really having a good time. So, I don't think there's anything extra special, but when you play within your division, it's nice to win those games because that's ground that you can gain head to head, and you don't have to worry about somebody else trying to help you if that's what you needed.
All right, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, it does. Our land is free. The home is brave. Tail end of the national anthem following the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. The team has taken the field, and the youngsters who scampered on with them are scampering off right now. One takes a tumble, and his little big brother's going to help him up. To distract from that, we will bring you the starting lineups brought to you by Flying Feet. For the Sugar Land Skeeters, second place team in the Freedom Division, Tyson Gillies leading off. He's playing center field. Haven't seen that name in the lineup against the Revs so far this year. Jeff Dominguez, one of the top hitters in the Atlantic League, is batting second. He's the second baseman. Rene Tassoni, DHing, batting third, another new face for the Skeeters. Kent Mathis is batting cleanup. He's in right field. Travis Scott catching and batting fifth. Jeremy Barfield, another top hitter in the league, batting sixth and playing left field. Johan Lamonta, the ex-Rev, batting seventh and playing first base. Rick the Hague, third baseman tonight and the eighth hitter. And Josh Prince, the shortstop, batting ninth. They'll try and put runs on the board for, once again, Parker Frazier going for win number 4 of the season tonight. For the Revolution, Jason Repko in right field. Isaiah Tejeda, what a streak he has had, a 6-game hitting streak. He is knocking the cover off the ball. Left fielder tonight, batting second once again. The hero of last night, Andres Perez, back at second base, back in the 3-hole. Telvin Nash batting cleanup at first base for the 22nd consecutive game. Joel Guzman DHing, batting fifth. Brian Pounds, the third baseman, batting sixth. James Simmons in center to bat seventh. Keith Castillo catching and batting eighth. And then Michael Rocket, the shortstop tonight in place of Josh Wilson, batting ninth. And they'll try and get some run support behind the man who's taking his warm-up tosses right now. The 34-year-old from San Pedro de Marcios, Dominican Republic. Sorry for those citizens down there. I know I mispronounced that. Tony Pena going for win number 3 in his first professional start in over 4 years. And now, as Pena has finished his warm-up tosses and Gillies trots to the plate, we turn it over to the 10-year voice of the York Revolution. Here's Darrell Henry.
Thank you very much, Will, on this DAC Tres de Mayo. As Tyson Gillies makes his way to the plate. Great with the Dominican town name, as Pena is ready to work. We had one of our youngsters that took a spill coming off. Telvin Nash helped him up. Jason Repko gave him the ball that they were warming up with, as that youngster was helped off. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is over for a called strike. We are underway. Pena's first pitch as a starter since 2012. When he was rehabbing in the Angels system in the Arizona League, and Really his first since he's intended to be a starter since 2010 in the big leagues, as he fires a strike inside corner on Gillies. He made 3 big league starts for the White Sox back in 2010. And early in his career, his first 4 pro seasons, a full-time starter, but then became a top-notch reliever for several years. And he will work out of the stretch. Here's the 0-2 to Gillies, and it's off the plate away.
Pena, best known on that mid-2000s Arizona Diamondbacks team. They went to the NLCS in 2007. One of the top relievers in team history, 63 holds. That's a franchise record there in the desert.
Working with Keith Castillo tonight, who does the knee pats for the signs. Pitch on the way is popped up foul and out of play, third base side. The Skeeters in their alternate black jerseys tonight with the charcoal pants, a la the current Arizona Diamondbacks from time to time.
And those horizontal stripe, was that neon lime green with the accents on the armpits? I'm with you, Eric. It is ugly.
Pitch from Pena is swung on, chopped right side and under the glove of Nash. He tried to backhand it before it hit the dirt. It just snuck underneath, and then he slid into a tumble, trying to maintain his balance. It'll be a hit for Gillies to start the night. And Gillies adding to the fashion statement. He's got the high socks with gold stripes at the top. It's just anything goes. It looks like, you know, somebody ate a box of crayons and threw it up. It's just every color.
Are you speaking from experience there, Daryl, as the father of 2 young children?
Maybe. They've eaten worse. Revs are in their Friday night 10th anniversary uniforms, the navy blue with the gold, also the 10-year anniversary hat. Now here's Jeff Dominguez, and he takes high from Pena. Revs with the navy on the front, the gold around the back on that sharp-looking hat. And with this weather tonight, I think a lot of folks are seeing it for the first time. As a move to first has Gillies diving back. He is a speed demon, Will.
That he is. Daryl, a lot of stolen bases in his career. Top number 44 for High Desert back in 2009.
A 1-0 and a pop-up at second base. It's last night's hero, Perez, backing out and called off by Michael Rocket from short, who almost went out to right field to make the catch. The wind is going left to right, and Rocket, I guess, had that in his sights from the start, and Perez gave way to him, even though he was right under it.
Well, the shortstop is basically the quarterback of the infield. If he calls you off, he must have a good play on it. And Rocket is used to covering large swaths of land as a left fielder primarily, getting his second start at shortstop and making the most of it so far.
Here is Rene Tassoni, who DHs for Sugarland tonight. Did not see him on opening weekend when these two teams split 4 games. And Gillies running on a ground ball right side. Nash, a slick backhand play this time. He'll turn and head back to the bag and step on it unassisted. Gillies goes to second with 2 down, and this time Nash able to pick it to the backhand side.
Well, that wasn't easy to do, to retire Tassoni. He's played 4 games for the Skeeters so far this year. He's 5 for 12. Man knows how to get on base, and that average now dropping. I think it's under 400.
Well, here is Kent Mathis. He will hit cleanup and play right field for them tonight. Mathis hitting at .222, but has a couple of home runs and 10 driven in. Homered here on opening weekend. Pitch from Pena in the dirt. Castillo smothers it. Gillies took off and hit the brakes right away. Phillies fans will remember Gillies. He was acquired from Seattle in the Cliff Lee trade after the 2009 season. Never did make it to the big leagues with Philadelphia. He is known for his speed, though. And a brief visit between the mound and the plate from Pena and Castillo. Maybe a little cross-up with a runner at second. Plate ump, by the way, tonight, Tim McCaffrey, Ian Kelly at first, David Shirk at third base.
2 out of 3 of the crew that we saw in the opening series.
Pitch from Pena is right down the middle. That's a strike. Sunlit here tonight. The board says 78. Wind is breezing left to right. And Sugar Land does have several left-hand hitters in their orders, so Pena will prefer that they not get one airborne and pulled. And he is a guy that keeps the ball down. He deals and just missed away. Slips behind 2-1.
Shadows are starting to creep onto the pitcher's mound too, Darryl. That's something that Revs pitching has not had to deal with much in the early portion of this season.
Pena pretty much emerging right out of the shadows. Stop right around at his feet. And now fires home, and a ground ball foul down the third base line. Pounds giving a look. He's over there tonight. Guzman DHing tonight. Got good news on our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report from Mace that Josh Wilson just a bruise on that knee and hopes to have him back in the lineup tomorrow. Sugar Land with a couple on their disabled list as well. We'll detail that as the evening goes. Now Pena set at the belt, and the 2-2 pitch breaks down and away, a slider. And Mathis works at full. Our old buddy Travis Scott waits on deck should the inning continue.
Ah, there he is. Good buddy. So good that he hit .455 against the Revolution in the first series.
Yeah. It was like a normal trip here for him. Pena the stretch. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. It's a 14-pitch first inning for Pena. He works around the leadoff single and strands Gillies at second. We've played a half inning tonight. It's the Skeeters nothing, and the Revs coming up.
Hey, sports fans, great news. Now you can listen to Sports Radio 1350 anywhere with the new WOYK mobile apps. Stranded in Siberia? No problem. Kidnapped by wolves? It's not as bad as you may think. Wherever you are, WOYK is with you on the brand new mobile apps. York's only local sports station just went mobile and global. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
The War of the Roses is the grittiest Revolution battle since Bunker Hill, and in 2016, it's bigger than ever. Sponsored by PNC Bank, the 20-game series between York and Lancaster now has unique on-field hats that will be worn exclusively during these contests. Pick up the ticket plan that nets you all 10 home games against the Barnstormers and receive a replica of the York War of the Roses hat. Be on site each and every time the Revs take on their Cross River rivals. Enlist today at 801-HITS or in person at the Apple Chevrolet ticket office.
What's up, y'all?
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
And you're listening to the best.
Oh, okay. Mattingly and the Dodgers realized it wasn't working out. Nobody wants to say somebody was fired. Nobody wants to say somebody was resigned. Now, I know it's semantics here. Mattingly's gone and the Dodgers move on. I do think it's best for both because I think with new management, they want their guy. They want a sabermetrics and analytics guy. Mattingly was not that guy.
Dan Patrick.
Don't be a hater.
Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
No score. Revs come to bat here in the bottom of the first inning, facing right-hander Parker Frazier, who we missed in that opening weekend series, but off to a 3-0 start. 3.52 ERA coming in tonight. Jason Repko to get things started. And Frazier, the righty from the first base side of the rubber, misses low, and it bounces off Travis Scott's glove. And they have Repko photoshopped with some great hair here on this historic type of evening. The bobblehead giveaway, the 1-0, and he swings and bounces a foul back.
Daryl, it's the one night of the year where Cannonball Charlie feels like he fits in.
Yeah.
Oh, are you dressing up? Are you part of the decor? No, this is my normal clothes. Okay, dude.
It's the 1-1, and a swing and a miss on a slider. I don't know. I don't think Cannon quite cares what others think. The 1-2 to Repko, and a swing and a miss, a slider down, a foul tip, and he's claiming that it hit the dirt, and the plate on Tim McCaffrey initially signals out. The Skeeters are throwing it around the horn. McCaffrey wants to see the ball, though. This will be awfully interesting if he makes the judgment on this, and I think he is saying that it was a foul ball. He saw dirt, he wipes off the ball, gives Frazier a new one. And Gary Gaetti thinking about coming out here, although from his seat, maybe he saw that after all this, they actually did get it right. But that's a strange way to make that call. And Repko's at bat will continue. Pitch to him, and that misses down and away. Repko hitting at .288, 3 homers, 11 knocked in. And the pitch from Frazier, a check swing on a slider, appeal to first, and he held. And Repko does the nice job of a leadoff man. He works it full to start the night.
And Rep needs an at-bat like this. He's had a rough homestand, just 1 of 13. That one hit was a home run.
3-2, and a missed low. What an at-bat. And he claimed on the foul tip and won the argument upon further review, and then lays off the 3 pitches that follow and is on base. A leadoff walk, and Isaiah Tejeda coming up. And he is absolutely scalding hot at the plate. A 6-game hitting streak on which he's 13 for 24. Last night, his third 3-hit game on that 6-game streak, hitting .542 in those 6. There's the stretch from Frazier. And the first pitch, a swing and a foul tip, squirts behind the plate. Overall, Tejeda at .378 in 10 games played. It leads York. He's in the 2-hole again tonight.
If he qualified, it'd be the 2nd highest batting average in the Atlantic League.
Left field again this evening. 0-1, and he swings, bounces it softly to short. Freezing was Prince. He then has to barehand the hop, and he fires to first in time. And Repko will advance to second. A high chopper, and Prince got a late read on it, and then came in, and the hop may have fooled him. He actually grabbed it barehanded, as it may be kicked to his right, but he grabbed it cleanly and made the throw. Does allow Repko to move up.
The shadows might have played tricks on him that time. You see Prince is standing in the sun. The ball, for the most part, took its path through the shadow portion of the infield. So perhaps he didn't get a good look at the ball, or he had it and then it came into the light and he lost it.
Here's Andres Perez now, and Frazier missing down low. The man of the hour last night. His 4th home run. 2nd in as many nights. 3rd walk-off of his Revs career. No other batter in Revs history has more than 1 walk-off home run. 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. A slider from Frazier. Dre now getting it going overall. Last 5 games hitting .364, 8 for 22. Multiple hits in 4 of those 5. And he drove in 3 on 1 swing last night. He's got 5 ribbies his last 2. Pitch to him is just outside. McCaffrey flinched but didn't call it. And Perez with a 2-1 count. Overall now hitting at .247. 12 ribbies. And the 4 hit out of the park. 12 ribbies tied with Nash for the team lead. And Frazier spins and looks. Repko back at second base. The other thing, last night made it 10 games in a row that the Revs have hit a home run. They lead the league with 23. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a flare into right, a base hit. Repko to third, Polo sending. Mathis charging, fires, it beats him, and he slides right into the tag. Steps on the plate just in case. But he is tagged out as Polo gambled in sending him, but Mathis from very short right field made a perfect, strong throw on the money at home plate.
Well, we had a Marquis de Lafayette bobblehead tonight, and Kent Mathis doing his best Aaron Burr impression, out-dueling him.
2 down in the inning, and Talvin Nash to the plate.
I can stop anytime you want.
It's a special set of color commentary that you bring, Will. I don't want to stop that. It's the first pitch to Nash, and it misses outside for ball 1. It's still scoreless here in the first inning thanks to Mathis's throw. Perez does bleed another base hit into right there. Talking with Lamonta at first as he leads, and Nash takes low and away. The 10 straight games with a home run, it's a new team record. The Revs had hit a home run in 9 straight games in late July of 2008. It's their longest streak since then, and now it's their longest streak ever. Move to first, and Perez back standing. 23 home runs is 8 more than Southern Maryland, who's got 15. They are the next closest. Nash, of course, leading the league and the team with 7 of those. Pitch to Nash, a breaking ball. It's over for a strike. And the count 2-1. Now he's got to know that pitchers will give him the hook anytime they can. And even on 2-0 there, Frazier snapped one as he looks Perez back again. And Nash getting used to that, I'm sure. They set up away, the 2-1, another breaking ball, and it bends in at the knees for a strike. And Frazier to even things up, 2-2. Nash overall up to 270 now. He's hit safely in every home game.
It's a 405 average within the confines of these ballparks. This one.
Slider away, 3-2. Perez will have the head start from first with 2 outs. No score, first inning. And Nash battling out. A nice AB. Frazier the pitch, and he missed high. And Nash will take his base. He probably gets tired of walking at times, but among the league leaders as he draws his 14th. And the Revs with 2 on, 2 out. Joel Guzman coming up. Nash second in the league behind James Skelton, who's got 21 walks. Second walk of this first inning for Parker Frazier, who the Revs are hoping to not let off the hook. Had to throw out at home plate. So one of those walks erased on the bases. And in stands Guzman. First pitch is swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Travis Scott.
I don't disagree with Polo sending him that time, though. You've got 1 out. The second out at the plate is the one that, I mean, you never want to make an out at the plate, but it's the one, aside from the first to the third, where it's not quite as bad. And the Revs have scored 10 runs in the first inning.
There's a ball down low, 1-1 on Guzman.
In the last couple of nights, jumping out in front and really setting the tone. I think Polo wanted to do that again this time. Gambled and lost. Nothing wrong with that.
Now the pitch, swing and a miss on a slider. It was very shallow and right. Mathis had to come a long way. If it spins at all and turns to his side, it becomes a much more difficult throw. Guzman trying to cash in regardless. And the 1-2 he takes, and it's right there. He knew it. Fastball for strike 3 called. 90 on the outer half from Frazier. And looks like he's got some words for Tim McCaffrey walking off after the inning-ending strikeout. Maybe going back to that foul tip early. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left. We'll go to the second tonight. No score.
Broadway transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man. I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Hey Revs fans, want to get in the game? You can throw out an honorary first pitch this season by bringing a group to PeoplesBank Park. Select groups who reserve tickets in the month of May will receive the first pitch courtesy of Bell Socialization Services with support from Adhesives Research. For information, call Reed Gunderson at 717-801-4498. Celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, Bell provides housing supports and living skills training to more than 1,400 people every year here in South Central PA through its mental health, intellectual disability, and homeless service programs. Bell Socialization Services, empowering lives every day.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
No score. We head to the second inning. Travis Scott will lead things off. Seems like here, this is when you want him batting, when there's nobody on base. All the damage he's done here, including that first series this year, as Pena's first pitch is over for a strike. Overall, Scott at 288 coming in tonight. 2 home runs and 8 driven in. Or 268, I beg your pardon. Followed by Barfield and Lamonte here in the second inning. The pitch. And he swings and misses. Pena down and away from him, off speed. And ahead, 0-2. Mace said they'll ride Pena as long as they can tonight.
Pena's mentioned a couple times how much he wants to be a starter. This is like Harris, an extended audition.
Pitch is right there for a ball. Another night, same thing. As Pena hopped off the side of the mound thinking he had strike 3, and now here we go. He's going to get stared down from behind the plate. Pena ready. And the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball foul, first base side.
That was coming in on him.
I think they're feeling the heat behind home plate already tonight. Parker Frazier had some verbiage heading off at the end of the first inning. Now try it again. And a slider dips low. It's 2-2. Pena nodding his head, looking in. I don't know if it's because he put it where he wanted it or if he thought he got squeezed a second time. But the at-bat goes on.
Goes on any further, he's going to get squeezed into Pena juice.
2-2 is popped up, and Nash approaching the Revs dugout. It's way up there, and he's going to be out of room. It lands 3 rows in. That's, I think, 4 extra pitches now that he's had to throw.
That could be crucial for a man like Pena, who was primarily a reliever coming in here. Doesn't have the tolerance for 4 extra pitches that James Simmons or Kelvin De La Cruz would have.
You may be able to tell I have very little tolerance for it, too.
I have low tolerance for milk. Not really.
2-2 is swung on and bounced softly to first. And Nash right by the bag, gloves it and steps on for the out. So after all that, Pena finally has out number 1.
All's well that ends well.
And Jeremy Barfield up next. I'd like to thank Jesse Barfield for the Twitter follow earlier today. Jeremy's dad makes his way, or Jeremy's dad isn't making his way to the plate. Jeremy himself is.
Oh, that's one in-shape dad.
Barfield, a grand slam last time he stood in here, and he takes a strike from Pena. Pretty much put away the Sunday finale back on, what was it, Will? April 33rd? What was it?
Yeah, something like that. It was May we Zumber 1st or something.
It's the 0-1, and that misses outside, a slider.
Barfield, like Scott, .455 average in the 4 games here earlier in the month. 5 for 11, 2 doubles in the home run, and 5 driven in.
1-1 offering, and a swing and a cue foul to the right of home plate. He comes in overall hitting at .327. 2 home runs, 10 ribbies. .327 average, ranked 6th in the league. Teammate Dominguez at .348 ranks 4th. Pena hunched over, looking in. And has his sign. Here's the 1-2. And that misses out off the plate. Sugarland, a couple of big offensive games in that first visit. They won the home opener here at York's expense 9-6. And actually, the finale 9-3. The Revs won the middle 2, 9-1 and 8-5. 2-2, and Pena leaves it high. Works a full count.
That 9-1 game, if you'll remember, the lowest hit total against the Revs pitching this year. Held them to 2 hits. Quite a feat against this Sugarland bunch.
Yeah, that was a bit of a roller coaster of an opening series. Barfield, 384 his last 8. Payoff pitch, and a swing and a miss. Pena got him on the slider down low, and has his second strikeout in the early going tonight. And here comes Limo. Another long-time Rev. Star Wars clip on the board.
Oh, bite your tongue, man. That was Spaceballs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm done with cultural references other than the Lafayette rap video. Pitch to Limo is just inside for ball 1. I only saw the end of it, Will. I'm sorry.
And seriously, did USA Today call you about that?
They did not.
They missed out.
I'm waiting by my phone, waiting for it to ring. Here's the 1-0, and a swing and a miss. Good downward tilt on that breaking ball. And true to form, we pick on a former Rev, Lamonta, our K-man tonight. No score here in the second inning. Pena leans in and looks, and Lamonta, trying to bust his rhythm, will ask for time right as he was coming set. Lamonta, humongous performance here in the home opener. Drove in 4, including the decisive 3-run homer as he chases some high heat here. And Pena, who gets so many of his outs on sliders, he'll rush that heater up there at 91 and thereabouts. That's where that one was. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Pena set at the belt. Kicks and fires, and a back foot slider. Lamonta doesn't budge. 2-2. Ray trying to get him revved up.
He got more into that one. Pena set, has his sign, and the 2-2.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to first, and Nash will stick it. He'll take it to the bag himself. He made Lamonta scoot toward first, took his time, and then hurried to the bag to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Skeeters in the second. We go to the bottom half of inning number 2, still scoreless.
It's the angles, the ball skills, the corner kicks. It's knowing how to shield a defender off the ball. It's knowing how to make a wall pass. It's knowing how to curl the ball, how to chip it, how to trap it, how to launch it, how to finish it. It's soccer, and nobody knows that better than Flying Feet sports shoes. Flying Feet. Suit up for soccer at Flying Feet, where players new to the game find everything they need, and collegiate-level players find all that and more. Soccer shoes for men, women, and children from the names that know the game. Adidas, Diadora, Lotto, and Nike. Players choose Flying Feet to get the right shoe at the right price, plus a huge selection of soccer socks, soccer shorts, shin guards, and sports bags. Even referees get the nod at Flying Feet, where refs come for all their gear. Individual players, entire teams, if it's soccer, it's Flying Feet sports shoes, the sportswear specialty store without specialty store prices. Flying Feet. 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, just off exit 18 of I-83, next to Battery Warehouse.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, president of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879, or my mobile is 487-2096, or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
For local sports on your smartphone, search WOIK at the App Store.
No score. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Brian Pounds to lead things off. And Parker Frazier delivers a fastball strike. It was a little hot under the collar, it seemed, when the first inning ended. The disputed foul tip that nearly led to a run against him as Pounds lays off a ball just outside. Pounds, Simmons, and Castillo here in the second inning. And the pitch is a breaking ball, grounded toward the middle. It'll get through, crawls into left center. Prince had him shaded to pull, and Pounds dribbles it to the left of the shortstop and into center. Leadoff base hit. We'll pause for station identification on Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOIK, York, Pennsylvania.
Now the leadoff man on for the second straight inning. Here's James Simmons, James L. Simmons. And Frazier with the pitch. It is right down the middle for a strike. Simmons hitting at .269. Has 1 homer, 7 batted in. Took a peek down at Polo. A big hitting offense. I'm sure they'll be simply swinging away as Frazier throws over to first.
We got James L. Simmons at the plate right now, and James Blank Simmons is going to be on the hill tomorrow night.
Hopefully firing blanks. Here's a swing and a grounder to third and under the glove of Haig, who came up. Pounds will turn, heading for third. Throw from left field will beat him, and he's out at third. Another out made on the bases. Simmons advances to second. Pounds thought he could make it first to third, but the throw from Barfield nailed him. Left-handed thrower out there in left field, and he snuffed one out and picks up the outfield assist. 7-5. Be an error on Haig, who came up and went right through the wickets, but Barfield out there to pick him up with a perfect throw. Well, Revs a little over-aggressive here early. Give the Skeeters credit as well. They've made 2 perfect throws. And now a pick play thrown into center. Simmons will hold, though, with Gillies charging in to back up. Simmons fortunately didn't get drilled in the head there. He was diving back to second. The shortstop, Prince, came in from behind. And on the spin around, Frazier held on to it too long and almost threw it right into James. Now, he did move up on the throw to third, so they do have a runner in scoring position with one out. Castillo at bat, and he swings and drives one down the line and left. That's a hit, and they will score this time. Right along the line, it bounces into the corner. Simmons is in, and Castillo beats the throw to second. And he's got an RBI double. They've made 2 outs on the bases in scoring position. So what maybe could have been early in this game, but they are on the board as Castillo comes through. A double the other way into the corner, and it's 1-0 York here in the bottom of the second. 8th RBI for Castillo, his 4th extra base hit and 3rd double. Came in hitting .353. Here's Michael Rocket, and he looks at a slider that tails in for a strike.
Well, Castillo's been hitting the ball well in all the games he's played, but especially against Sugar Land, the 2 he played previously, hitting .571.
Now the 0-1, and a breaking ball. Rocket backing up, and Frazier's upset again as it missed down and in. Yeah, he turns his back on McCaffrey, who doesn't seem to be in the mood for shenanigans here early tonight. On the stretch, the 1-1, and a swing and a pop-up foul, backing out of play. Rocket coming in at 191 at the plate, facing his former team. And last night in that 9th inning rally, hit into a fielder's choice, but with his speed, legged it out to make sure it was not a double play. That was a big play that helped pave the way. And the 1-2 swung on, rolled to short. Castillo's going to break for third, and he'll make it as Prince has to charge on it, and his only play is to first. As he throws on the run in time to get Rocket 2 down. And Castillo does move 90 feet closer with Repko up, trying to bring him home.
A bit of strategic base running too there, Darryl. Castillo, usually you don't see a guy break for a third when the ball's to the left side, but it was slow enough that he knew he could make it. He ran, and he almost set a screen for Rocket. Prince couldn't quite see the ball with him running in front, but the roll fast enough for Prince to get the out at first base, but a nice legal interference by Castillo.
Yeah, here's Repko, who takes a slider strike. It bounced out of the glove of Scott, but didn't go far. 1-0, Revs lead, bottom of the second. Repko up there, who walked in the first after that disputed foul tip. Frazier comes home, and a swing and a rip up the middle, base hit. In to score is Castillo, and Repko comes through with the 2-out knock. It's 2-0. Rips it into left center on a low liner off the infield dirt. And Jason Repko with RBI number 12 pulls into a 3-way tie for the team lead. 2-0 here in the second. Looked like a slider away, and he was able to reach it and stay on it. I don't think Frazier got it as far away as he wanted. And who knows, if not for moving up on that ground ball, maybe Castillo doesn't score. Good piece of base running. Here's Tejeda, who takes the strike. Repko on base each of his first 2 times at bat now tonight. And the Revs with 4 hits off Frazier. He's allowed about 1 hit per inning coming in 4 starts. And a move to first. Repko back standing, and Lamont better stay awake. Frazier put some zip on that pickoff throw. Tejeda ground out to short in the first, already enjoying his second at bat. Pitch here is down and away as Scott smothers it. Frazier, 23 innings, 22 hits coming in. 8 walks and 9 Ks, the 3-0 record. 31-year-old from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And another move to first, and Repko back upright again. Lamonta trying to sneak a quick tag in there. Last time out, Frazier 6 innings, 1 run in a 4-1 win over Somerset as he throws over a third time. Start before that, 7 innings, 4 hits in a 4-0 win over New Britain. Those last 2 starts, 2 wins, 1 run in 13 innings. Here's a slider that bends across for a strike. It's 1-2. Just 9 hits in those 13 innings, but 4 already tonight. Former 8th round pick of the Rockies in 07. It's with Bridgeport briefly deals home. Runner going and a slider away, and Scott can't get the grip. No throw. It'll be a steal for Repko, who swipes second. That's his second stolen base of the year. And the Revs, with just their 6th.
Well, we always like to consider ourselves a Baltimore farm team, right? The ghost of Earl Weaver coaching the Revs this year. 6 stolen bases and a boatload of home runs. Old man Earl will be proud.
2-2, and it's swinging a punch shot the other way, base hit. Repko being set and now stops, and wisely so, as Mathis was up to the task again. He throws a seed to home plate from shallow right. Though they thought better of it this time, the stolen base from Repko nearly immediately turned into a run. He'll hold and let Perez try to do the honors, but it's a base hit for Tejeda, past the diving Dominguez in a 7-game hitting streak. First and third on their 5th hit, and here comes Perez.
Now there's the man. He didn't get any playing time in the previous series against Sugar Land. Mace put him in, and he keeps putting him in. He keeps hitting. He is not throwing away his shot.
Here's Dre, who singled to right his first at bat. Repko at third, Tejeda at first. And Frazier the pitch. It is over for a strike. Whose hair is that on Perez's headshot? Do you know your president's?
I don't know. No president has ever had hair like that, Darryl. Come on, this is America. I think Handel when I see that hair.
There's a slider that dives away, 1-1.
And now I got some water music stuck in my head.
That's what I'm here for. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hovers over for a strike. Up in the zone, Frazier gets the call, 1-2. Last year with Bridgeport, he made 6 starts, 3-0 with a 180 earned run average. Pretty good pickup for Sugar Land. Deals home, and a swing and a ground ball to short. Prince to his right. He's got it. He'll aim it to second, and Dominguez is there on the bag for the force. The Revs will settle for the 2 runs here in the second inning. They did make another out on the bases. Maybe could have had more, but they do jump in front. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. We go to the third. It's 2-0 York.
The more we help the ones in need, the more progress our community will make.
By focusing on quality education, income opportunities, and basic health care,
all of York County can have access to the building blocks of a good quality of life.
Together we can load the bases for our community
and hit a home run.
Give generously to the 2016 United Way Community Fund.
Find out more and give now at unitedway-york.org.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. Peoples Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ross Brothers Barbecue is serving up the hits every Saturday night this season at PeoplesBank Park. Stop by Arch Street Eats on the third base corner and load up on delicious, fresh-made local barbecue. All of Ross' sauces and sides are made from scratch daily. All meats are smoked for an authentic barbecue done right. Ross Brothers also offers drive-through, dine-in, and carry-out from the restaurant at 3096 Carlisle Road in Dover, as well as delivery and full-service catering. Ross Brothers can cater any sized event from fundraisers to graduation parties to weddings. Ross Brothers Barbecue every Saturday night at PeoplesBank Park.
Your teams all the time. Sports only or local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the third, a 2-0 Revs lead. In the early stages tonight, Tony Pena set for his third inning of work as Rick Haig leads things off. First pitch, a curveball from Pena, and that's in for a strike. A little bit bigger break. Haig coming in, hitting at 245. That's 1 homer, 3 knocked in. The 0-1, and a slider down and away. The longest that Pena has gone in relief for the Revs is 2 innings, which he's actually done in 4 of his 5 appearances, maybe building up to this opportunity. 33 pitches entering the inning. He deals, and a swing and a miss. Good slider had Haig fooled. Pena actually has gone multiple innings in all 5 appearances. 2 innings complete in 4 of those 5 out of the bullpen. His last 2, he's got a save and a win. On the stretch, and the 1-2 pitch, swinging a pop-up at short. It's Rocket heading out. Dre from second is out, and it's Simmons into the rescue. He makes the play. That was further out than I thought when it went up off the bat. Both middle infielders retreated, but Simmons coming in handles it. 1 away, and Pena now tonight, 2 strikeouts, 3 groundouts, 2 flyouts. And we'll face Josh Prince rounding out their order this evening. Prince at 245 at the plate. We've seen him at second base, I believe, in the outfield, and tonight at shortstop as he lays off a slider away. Pena overall 2-0 at 2.89 ERA coming into the night. 9 1/3 innings, just 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 12 Ks. Pitch to Prince is popped up foul back toward the press box. Now my depth perception's way off. It's actually a section or 2 down to our right. A ball and a strike.
Well, you'd be right if we were in Somerset.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Will. A pitch from Pena, and a slider curls in. That's a called strike. A lot of things could be finished with that thought if we were in Somerset.
If we were in Somerset, we'd be in New Jersey. Everything is legal in New Jersey.
The 1-2. And a chopper to third. 1 big hop, and Pound's coming on. He gloves it, guns it to first, and that's out number 2. Pound's able to step up and receive the big bounce. And 2 away here in the top of the third. Top of the order for Sugarland. Tyson Gillies. He was out with a shoulder injury when they were here that first home weekend. Came in tonight, just 1 for 15 his last 5 games, but opened the game with a single. Now Pena with the pitch to him and a backdoor slider. That's over for a strike. Art makes a great point. If we were in New Jersey, we would constantly hear Piano Man being sung in front of the booth. Which did happen one night in late April.
Here's a swing and a miss. Another good off-speed offering from Pena. Ahead 0-2. I mean, the thing was like on a loop. There was one guy in the stands. They played it between innings, and he didn't want it to end. And he was one of the few left on that 40-degree night. Here's a fastball just inside, and Pena hopping off to the dugout again, gets pinched.
The whole of the Revs defense started swaying as well.
Yep. We have the replay. That's a strike. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Strike 4. He got him on the slider down low. A 1-2-3 third inning for Pena. He got him twice. We go to the bottom of the third inning here tonight. Revs lead the Skeeters 2-0.
Take it from me, guys. You want to make life happier? Your wife wants a nicer lawn. The kind of lawn you see on Home and Gardens and Martha Stewart. Here's a hint. You're not alone. Call your pals at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. They've got a way with lush lawns that the ladies like. And as you know, happy wifey, happy hubby. Winky face. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
Wednesdays are the worst. I've got to get the kids to school in time to get to work, then it's just one long day of meetings. But hey, at least I don't have to worry about making dinner.
Kids eat free with People's Bank. Save money at every Wednesday home game.
So now when the Revs are in town, I just pull into a People's Bank, pick up that week's coupon, and dinner is done. Revolution Wednesdays? Awesome. Revolution!
Thanks to People's Bank, kids eat free at every Wednesday home game. No need to be a People's Bank customer. Just pick up your coupon at any People's Bank branch and do dinner at PeoplesBank Park. One coupon per child per game.
Listen up, people. This is the Rich Eisen Show.
He's a professional. And I did tweet out on 4th and 19, go blue. Irvin took a picture of me in the NFL Game Day morning meeting room celebrating, and I stupidly looked at his phone and did it. And he tweets it out what Rich Eisen was like when he thought You Miss Football won. I can't show you what it was like when they did not win. Do friends do that to friends?
No. The Rich Eisen Show.
Weekdays at noon on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOYK1350.com.
Bottom of the third, 2-0. The Revs lead. Talvin Nash will get the innings started. Nash, Guzman, and Pounds in the middle of the order due here. 2 runs on 5 hits through 2 innings for York. And Nash digs in. He walked in the first. Here's Frazier's first pitch of the inning and a swing and a ground ball to short. Prince a step to his right. He'll take his time and load up for the throw and gets Nash at first. A 1 pitch out, which will help Frazier. He threw 44 pitches the first 2 innings. Will, our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard tonight?
It's a picture-perfect Friday night here in Pennsylvania, not so much in New Britain. The storms that were here in the morning have passed through onto Connecticut, and the Bees and the Bridgeport Bluefish are delayed right now. Other games tonight, Southern Maryland's at Long Island. They're just about to get underway. And it's the bottom of the first from Somerset. Patriots and Lancaster scoreless.
Here's Joel, and he takes a little low. Yeah, it really poured earlier today. Seems like a different day now. It's by far the best night we've had as Guzman takes inside. Mid-70s. It's nice dry air. The humidity, well, we've had humidity with cold air for most of this season. Pitch to Guzman, a big swing and a miss. He wanted to kill one, and Frazier gave him a slider that bit way out. Struck out looking in the first. Now back in with a 2-1 count. The wind and the pitch. And a swing and a miss on another slider. Frazier combined 6-0 in the Atlantic League. 3-0 last year with Bridgeport. 3-0 this year with Sugarland. Pitch to Guzman, a swing and a miss. A slider down and away. He gave him a steady dose after falling behind. And both of Frazier's strikeouts tonight have come at Guzman's expense.
And Guzman, a couple of frustration swings in that at bat. The first strike, he swing on it, missed, and then just threw the bat to himself.
Well, here's Brian Pounds with 2 down. Frazier trying to have his first clean inning. And Pounds lays off a hook down and away. Singled last inning, but was thrown out trying to take third on the error by Haig on Simmons at bat. 1-0 pitch, it's in there, a slider for a strike. 2-0 the lead for York here in the home third.
Pounds slowly but surely getting the average up to 235 now.
There's a fastball strike, outside corner.
Trying to get closer to his last 2 Atlantic League seasons. Last year with the Revs, 272. The year before that in Camden, 283.
Frazier with the pitch. And a swing and a bouncing ball. Left side cut off by Haig. Reaching way left. Got a big hop to do it and throws to first to end the inning. Haig showing some reach there from third. A 1-2-3 inning for Frazier. Indeed, his first of the night. It's on to the fourth. Will DeBoer with the call. Revs lead the Skeeters 2-0.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
What's more fun and exciting than playing Pennsylvania Millions with top prizes of $1 million? Winning on the spot.
Woohoo! I won!
So if you can't wait to win, then don't wait to play. Pennsylvania Millions from the Pennsylvania Lottery for a chance to win up to $1 million on the spot. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Keep on scratching. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Eric Hosmer's got nothing on this. Mad Dash Grilled Cheese is comfort food at its finest. Mad Dash is Central PA's favorite artisan grilled cheese truck, bringing you creative concoctions with the freshest and most flavorful ingredients. Available for food truck festivals, weddings, corporate, and private caterings. Find Mad Dash this year along the third base line at PeoplesBank Park for all York Revolution home games. Call 717-574-5168 or visit online at mad-grilledcheese.com. Mad Dash Artisan Grilled Cheese. Welcome home.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And we come back to the top of the fourth inning. Revs leading the Skeeters 2-0. Tony Pena back for a fourth inning of work. He has retired 9 Skeeters in a row after giving up a leadoff single to Gillies to start this game. 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up right now. It is Dominguez, Tassoni, and Mathis. And Pena's first pitch to Jeff Dominguez is off speed, and it's outside, ball 1. Dominguez, a pop out to short his first time up. That was that one that was out near second base that Perez lost, and Michael Rocket ran down from about 30 feet away. 1-0, and this one is drilled into deep right field. Repko going back on it, back at the track, and the wall. He leaps for it, but he's not going to come up with it. It's a home run for Jeff Dominguez over the Little Caesars sign in right field, and the Skeeters have cut the deficit in half. It's now 2-1 York. Talk about a happy homecoming. Jeff Dominguez loves hitting in this ballpark. 2 home runs in one of the games against the Revs. That was either the Friday or the Saturday game during the last homestand. It was the Saturday game. Following his performance up with a Friday night home run here on Friday the 13th as Tassoni takes outside for ball 1. Rene Tassoni A ground ball to first base his first time up. Telvin Nash had quite the adventurous couple of innings to begin things. 1-0 in the dirt for ball 2. That single by Gillies went right past him. After that, 3 putouts for the 6 outs in the first and the second. And now to Sony, the Canadian national. Cuts at a 2-0 pitch and bounces it foul down the first baseline. Born in Toronto, 29 years of age, is Rene Tassoni. Made it to the majors in 2011. Played 60 games with the Minnesota Twins. Batting .203 with 5 home runs and 22 driven in. Pena standing straight up. The 2-1 pitch is golfed into left center and deep. Tejeda going back on it. Simmons joining him. It's Simmons diving, and he can't come up with it. He knocks it away. It's rolling at the base of the wall. Tejeda picks it up, rifles it over to third base. Not nearly in time. Tassoni with a clap of excitement. It's a triple for Rene, and Sugar Land, just like that, has the tying run 90 feet from the plate. So Tony Pena looking to prove himself as a starter, running into a bit of trouble in the fourth. That was his 50th pitch. And now we'll get a visit from Paul Fletcher, and this may be near the end of the rope for Tony Pena. Bo Vaughn warming in the bullpen for the York Revolution. And Pena, who's already gotten his longest outing of the year at 3 innings, may not even have another out left in him.
2 great efforts in the Revs outfield too, Will. Repko trying to go over the wall. Almost had to. Who was it in the dunk contest who had their arm on the rim, hanging by their? Was it Vince Carter?
That was Vince Carter.
Repko almost did that on the wall and right. And then Simmons, I can't believe how much ground he covered, and he was so low to the dirt though to stretch on that dive, and he ends up with some warning track burn. Just missed it.
Kent Mathis, the first of 3 chances to bring home this run. He waves and whips a slider for strike 1. Well, Darrell, there's one of those rare instances where Simmons being able to cover so much space actually was a detriment. If he doesn't ricochet that ball to roll across the warning track, it may be just a double for Tassoni instead of the triple he ended up with. Pena from the stretch. The 0-1 swung on and missed for strike 2. Another breaking ball, also at 82 miles an hour. And it's 0-2.
And the Revs will concede this run early in the game, at least at this point. I think if Pena can settle down and prevent further damage, even if this run scores, you just kind of start over with still plenty of game to go.
Pena and Mathis both taking a long time here. Now Pena, the 0-2. Just tapped it off the end of the bat. It rolls to the on-deck circle where Travis Scott will row it to the other on-deck circle. Count stays 0-2. York leading 2-1 over Sugar Land for the moment. It's Tassoni on third base with nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning on a picture-perfect Friday night in South Central PA. Pena taking a long time to get the sign from Castillo. Now he's ready. Checks the runner. The 0-2. Set up outside and missed. Ball 1. 88 miles an hour that time.
I'm told that, well, I'll tell you after the hitter. It's a mess.
Quite the tease there.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Pena into the wind, and the 1-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him with a slider at 86. And Pena 1/3 of the way out of trouble. Did we need to do that time? Any sort of contact from Mathis probably brings the run home. But Kent comes up with roses for the other guy, and it's 1 away.
I got a message from New Jersey, Will.
Oh, no.
There were 12 Somerset Patriot angry yell chants in the bottom of the first inning tonight over the PA system.
Angry yell chants?
Yeah, oh, you'll hear it.
Travis Scott fouls one straight back to the padded backstop, and it's 0-1.
It sort of just ruins your whole night there. When they're at bat, they play it over the PA system. The guy yells Somerset, the other guy yells Patriots, and the whole crowd does it. They did it 12 times in the first inning tonight.
Oh. I'm not even there right now, and my night is ruined. 0-1 pitch. Scott chases at a ball in the dirt. Nice placement by Pena, who's known to keep that ball down. And he's ahead of Travis Scott, 0-2. Pena looking to protect this 2-1 lead. Succeeding thus far. Can he get a punch out of Scott? This would be crucial. Scott, big open stance. Slight wave of the bat. 0-2 pitch. Fastball high and outside. And it goes to 1-2. Scott from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, originally makes his home in Mason City, Illinois right now. We'll try and park one to Mason City right now, and he does not. Chases the ball in the dirt once more, and it's strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tony Pena. He needed those in the worst way. And now all of a sudden, with a man on third and 2 outs, Jeremy Barfield will need more than just a lazy fly ball. He's going to need good, solid contact in order to bring Tassoni home. Barfield, a strikeout victim himself in the top of the second. Pena looking for the repeat performance. Tony's first pitch is a breaking ball, just a tick inside, ball 1. 60 pitches now for Tony Pena. It looked like he wouldn't even get 1 out here in the 4th inning. Now he's got 2. Here's the 1-0. Little half swing. Pena missing outside. They appeal and say no, that he did not go around. So now 2 ball and 2 strikes. Short lead for Tassoni. Pena is ready. Stands up straight as an arrow and fires it low and away for ball 3. Make it 2-1. That was it's a 2-1 pitch. They're saying he did go around. So 2 balls and 1 strike now coming to Jeremy Barfield. 2-1 pitch. This one he left upstairs, so it's 3-1. I'll say it again, Pena, when he's missing, is not missing by much. Castillo emerging from his perch. He's giving the 2-out sign, just reminding the York fielders they might have forgotten with having to stand around for the last 5 minutes as they have. Pena readies himself, sets at the belt. 3-1 pitch, and there's a rip into left field. It falls for a base hit. It'll roll all the way to the wall. Tassoni scores. Barfield on his high horse going to second. He will trot in there easily with a 2-out double. 3 extra base hits in the inning for the Skeeters, and Sugar Land ties it at 2 apiece. Well, he almost had him. Tony Pena with back-to-back strikeouts after the homer and the triple. Now the Skeeters are a single away from a cycle in the inning. Johan Lamanta will try and do just that. Lamanta, ground ball to first base his first time up, and the ex-Rev stands in to face the first pitch. And he flies this one out into shallow left field. Long run for Tejeda and for Pounds. Who's going to get there? It's Isaias who makes the catch near the foul line, and that will retire the side. But the Skeeters, hard hit balls 3 of them. Count them all. Dominguez with the home run. Tassoni the triple. Barfield the RBI double for the Skeeters. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors. 1 left on. Middle of the 4th, your score, York 2 and Sugarland 2 here on Revs Radio, WOYK.
Come and celebrate 10 years of York Revolution baseball with the Celebrate York Series presented by Memorial Hospital. The series honors significant contributions from York, Pennsylvania's most notable events and favorite citizens with giveaways every Friday night home game. The series continues on Friday, May 27th with a Vonnie Grimes bobblehead music box giveaway. Visit YorkRevolution.com for more details. It's the Celebrate York Series, proudly presented by Memorial Hospital for the York Revolution's 10th anniversary season.
Come on, Colin Cowherd.
Is an actor bad if he has a bad movie? Remember the movie Tom Hanks had with Julia Roberts about 4 years ago? Was he suddenly a bad actor? Nah, he got a shaky script. But I just watched Bridge of Spies this weekend with Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is back. Why? Because he had Steven Spielberg directing. Right now, Andrew Luck doesn't have a very good script to work with.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Weekdays at 3 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Ross Brothers Barbecue is serving up the hits every Saturday night this season at PeoplesBank Park. Stop by Arch Street Eats on the third base corner and load up on delicious, fresh-made local barbecue. All of Ross' sauces and sides are made from scratch daily. All meats are smoked for an authentic barbecue done right. Ross Brothers also offers drive-thru, dine-in, and carry-out from the restaurant at 3096 Carlisle Road in Dover, as well as delivery and full-service catering. Ross Brothers can cater any sized event from fundraisers to graduation parties to weddings. Ross Brothers Barbecue every Saturday night at PeoplesBank Park.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Revs have to break another deadlock. It's 2-2 after Sugarland scores a couple with a home run, a triple, and a double, finishing just a single shy of the reverse inning cycle. So Parker Frazier all square again, and he throws a first pitch strike to James Simmons. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Revs in the bottom of the 4th. The 0-1. Tapped foul down the third base line, out towards the Sugarland bullpen. Simmons reached on a 2-base error by the third baseman Rick Haig back in the 2nd inning. Eventually scored on Keith Castillo's safe 2-base hit. Now Frazier ahead 0-2 in the count. He winds and fires. Fastball missed up and away for ball 1. Jimmy L. from Irving, Texas, faces a 1-2, and he swings and misses at a breaking ball. Trailing outside for strike 3. And that's punch out number 3 for Frazier in this game, 1 away. A quick update from New Britain. The Bees game against Bridgeport has been postponed today. The rain just too much for the folks in New Britain. And that game will be made up on Sunday as part of a doubleheader beginning at 1:35. Keith Castillo takes low and away for ball 1. Castillo slapping it to extra bases in left field. His first time up, takes in for ball 2. We try that again, slapping it 4 extra bases into left field. Run scoring double. That gave York its first lead of this game. 2-0, fouls straight back, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, over the past 2.5 games now, the Revs have held a lead 6 times. 4 times in Wednesday night's game against New Britain. They gave up all 4 of those leads as Castillo takes below the knees for ball 3. And then once last night, of course, if you don't count the home run that ended it, as Castillo takes low and in for ball 4. It's a 1-out walk for Keith. And the Revs have a base runner aboard for the first time since the 2nd inning. So I suppose technically you could say they have held 7 leads so far through these 2.5 games. They've given up 6 of them. Well, York will try and take an 8th lead right now, and Michael Rocket, the next man up to try and do it. Low crouched Rocket, and he golfs the first pitch, foul and out of play over towards the Mezzogiorno Picnic Pavilion. That one's going home with a lucky fan from Loganville. Fans from all over the place out on a picture-perfect Friday night, the best Friday night for baseball we've had this season. Of course, we've only had 2 Friday nights at home, and there's a snap throw over to first base to try and hold Castillo aboard. Keith, only 7 professional stolen bases in his career, a very short lead. He's inching off now. Frazier gives him the once-over. 0-1, low and away. That's ball 1 to Michael Rocket. Rocket getting just his 2nd start at shortstop this season, on in the stead of Josh Wilson, the usual York shortstop, who's got that bruised knee after taking a foul ball off it. And Rocket swings through a fastball. No, not even a fastball. It was more like a changeup at 79 for strike 2. Wilson will be all right, and we'll expect to see him in the lineup tomorrow. That's your WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report once again. 1-2 pitch coming from Frazier, and there's a little tapper over to short. Hard charging is Prince. He's got it. Fields, sidearm throw on the run to first is in time, and that's the 2nd out. Castillo goes to second base, so the Revs will have a man in scoring position with 2 outs, and a man who came through in that same situation back in the 2nd, trying to do it again now. It's Jason Repko. Repko with just his 2nd hit of the homestand, that RBI single back in the 2nd inning. First pitch, fastball, tick outside, ball 1. Jason taking about 4 or 5 practice swings. Crouched in an open stance. The 1-0, down the heart, strike 1. That was a fastball at 87 miles an hour. Frazier doing a decent job of mixing up his stuff. Same delivery for a fastball as the changeup. And as Scott readjusts one of the straps on his leg guards from behind the plate, he crouches down and he's ready. 1-1 pitch, wave and a whiff. Breaking ball that time for strike 2. Revs 2 and Skeeters 2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Castillo on second with 2 down. Jason Repko, the man of the moment. Frazier with the 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball over to short, charged once again by Prince. Identical play, identical result. Repko is out, and that will retire the side. 1 out walk by Castillo goes nowhere. For the Revs, no runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left on. End of the 4th, your score, York 2 and Sugarland 2 here on Revs Radio, WOYK.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the fifth inning from PeoplesBank Park. Will DeBoer with you on Revs Radio WOYK. A new pitcher for the Revolution as we begin the fifth inning. Bo Vaughn on in place of Tony Pena. So Pena out after 4 innings of work, and the first pitch to Rick Haig is bounced over to short. Long throw for Rocket, and a nice scoop by Telvin Nash. 1 pitch and 1 out for Bo Vaughn as we start the fifth. Well, Bo making his lucky 7th appearance of the season. A man who believes in luck. No record, a 1.50 ERA. York's all-time ERA leader has given up 1 earned run and 1 unearned run in 6 innings of work this year. 5 strikeouts, 1 walk for him. Now Josh Prince will take the first pitch right down George Street. Slow riding for strike 1 at 83 miles an hour. We last saw Bo in the opener of the New Britain series on Tuesday. Give up a solo home run to John Griffin. That was his first earned run and home run of the season. And he misses outside for ball 1. And there's a rip over the leaping Rocket at short. And there's a 1-out single for Josh Prince. Skeeters have the potential go-ahead run on base. And they'll flip the order. Tyson Gillies will get his 3rd trip to the plate. Signal and a strikeout for Tyson so far tonight. Vaughn's first pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Sinker coming in on him, and Gillies could not hold the stick. 2 runs on 4 hits in 4 innings for Pena, 65 pitches for him. 4 strikeouts and no walks, so a nice outing from Pena and a spot start as Vaughn throws over to first base. Gillies, the left-hander, stands in. And he swings right through another breaking ball from Vaughn for strike 2. Good movement from Bo tonight. He's got less air resistance with the humidity down. And there's a quick throw over to first base. The Revs have only picked off 1 man this season. It came during the last homestand against Bridgeport. The speedy Ruben Sosa Jr., who had already stolen 2 bases on the night, picked off by Mike DeMark in the 9th inning of that game that eventually went to 11 as Vaughn misses outside for ball 1. Telvin Nash ended that game with a towering home run to left. First walk-off of the season for the Revolution. The second one fewer than 24 hours ago. Vaughn steps out, wipes the sweat from his brow, and Gillies will come to meet him once again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Skeeters and Revs tied 2-2 top of the 5th inning. Short lead for the runner. The 1-2 pitch is in the dirt and it bounces away from Castillo, and Josh Prince will go to second base on the wild pitch. Sinker by Vaughn. Sinks a little too far. And now the Skeeters have the go-ahead run in scoring position. Gillies with those bumblebee socks. He must have been left over in the dugout from New Britain. 2-2 pitch, and a worm burner shoots past Perez into right base hit. Runner comes home. Repko is throwing to the plate. It is cut off, and the runner stays at third. Indecisiveness all around there, and Gary Gaetti eventually giving a belated red light to Josh Prince, who stops himself in time. The throw cut off by Telvin Nash, so Tyson Gillies has a one-out single. And the Skeeters, not wanting to make the mistake the Revs made, getting it out at the plate, will instead put two runners on with one out for one of the top hitters in the Atlantic League, Jeff Dominguez, who started Sugarland's rally with a solo home run back in the fourth. Quick pitch from Vaughn below the knees for ball one. Well, Dominguez now on the season with 4 home runs. 3 of them have come here in PeoplesBank Park. Vaughn a quick step off. Gillies, as previously indicated, the speedster. 112 stolen bases in the minor leagues as Vaughn misses low and in again for ball 2. The career high for him, 44 steals with the High Desert Mavericks, Mariners Advanced A affiliate back in 2009. Stole 45 bases, caught 19 times. 2-0 from Bo. This time he misses outside, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. This inning turning into a laborious one for Bo Vaughn. We'll see if Dominguez has the go sign on a 3-0. Instead, he takes outside, and it's ball 4. 3 straight base runners for the Skeeters, including that 4-pitch walk to Jeff Dominguez. And now the bags are full of Skeeters for Rene Tassoni. Tassoni is just his 5th game for Sugarland this year. Had his first extra base hit of the campaign in the last inning. A triple to left center and a run 3 batters later. Bounces the knees a bit, holds the bat out. Now he's ready with the square stance. Vaughn's first pitch outside once more. It's ball 5. Well, he's got good movement with the ball, but it's movement to the wrong part of over the plate. He's missing out, he's missing in. 1-0. This one swung on and fouled back over towards the luxury suites. So Tassoni not daring Vaughn to throw him a strike. Instead swinging away that time. Perhaps a confidence booster for Vaughn, who now has a strike on the board. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch, low and away for ball 2. Revs 2 and Skeeters 2 for the moment. It's Prince on third, Gillies on second, Dominguez on first, with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Vaughn sets at the face. 2-0, tried the fastball and missed out. It's 3-1. Castillo has to stab out for it. Now Bo Vaughn in danger of walking in the go-ahead run. And they will just now start to get somebody up in the Revolution bullpen. Bo with the 3-1 pitch. This one is cracked into right center field. Long run for Simmons back to the warning track, and he'll make the catch in front of the PSECU sign, but an easy tag, and coming home is Josh Prince. Sac fly for Rene Tassoni, and the Skeeters take their first lead of the night. It's 3-2. one more chance for the Skeeters in this inning at least. Kent Mathis will be the next batter, and Paul Fletcher will come out, have a talk with Bo Vaughn, and figure out how to pitch to Mathis. Crowd stirring a bit here on a Friday night. The right combination for the Revs. For fans coming out tonight, a top-notch promotion, beautiful weather, and a slew of poor weather games over the past week. People deciding now is the night to come to the ballpark. What they have seen so far is a back-and-forth affair. York with 2 runs in the bottom half of the second inning, an RBI double by Keith Castillo and Jason Repko's RBI single. Sugarland tied it in the top of the 4th on Jeff Dominguez's home run and eventually Jeremy Barfield's run-scoring double. Sugarland's now taking the lead on a sac fly by Rene Tassoni. Kent Mathis trying to keep the carousel a-rolling with 2 down and 2 men on. First pitch from the sidearm Vaughn comes inside on him. It's ball 1. Mathis took a couple of Ks back with the dugout against Tony Pena. Now he gets a different style of pitcher in Vaughn. Will Kent have better success? Taking in and once more, and it's ball 2. And now Mathis, the Roll Tide Alabama graduate, steps back in, bounces the knees, and takes a cut at a 2-0 pitch. He missed it for strike 1, and the ball rolls away for Castillo. A passed ball against Keith. Runners move up to second and third, so now a base hit could potentially give Sugarland a cushion of 2 more runs. Fourth passed ball against Keith Castillo on the year. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. 3-2, the Sugarland lead. Vaughn checks the runners, delivers the 2-1. There's a hard ground ball through the whole left side base hit. In to score is Gillies. Dominguez getting the green light. Tejeda's throw, not in time. The throw coming back from Castillo to second, goes into center field. But Mathis will stop there with a 2-run single moving up on the throw, and Sugarland has taken a 5-2 lead. A rare 3 earned runs off of the normally unflappable Bo Vaughn. Well, it remains to be seen whether all those runs are earned after the passed ball. In any case, Kent Mathis picks up a couple of runs driven in. 11 and 12 for him. And a Friday the 13th, unlucky for Bo Vaughn. His first pitch is Travis Scott, misses low and in for ball 1. Scott 0 for 2. Ground out to first and a strikeout, but a dangerous hitter nonetheless, always capable of getting the big hit, especially in the ballpark that he called home back in 2012. 1-0 is low for ball 2. Sinker at 76 miles an hour. Scott, 79 games for the 2012 York Revolution Ball Club, a team that won 79 games, a regular season team record. Hit .226 with 6 home runs and 36 driven in for that Revolution bunch. And the 2-0 is drilled into deep right field. Repko goes back, and he'll forget about that one. He turns to watch it go. A towering 2-run big fly for Travis Scott. And the Skeeters have broken it open with 5 in the 5th. It is 7-2 Sugarland. And Bo is going to be working for a month to try and get that ERA back down again. He hasn't thrown many strikes in this inning. The strikes he has thrown have gone a long, long way. And the trouble's not over yet because you've got Jeremy Barfield coming to the plate. Barfield takes right down George Street for strike one. Run scoring double for Jeremy in the 4th inning. That tied the game that Sugar Land has put well in their grasp right now. There's a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Long inning for Vaughn. This will be pitch number 27. And he hopes his last. The 0-2. There's a cue ball off the end of the bat towards second. Dre to his left. Easy throw to first in time. Side retired, but not before a Texas-sized 5th inning for Sugar Land. 5 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, the passed ball, and nobody left on. Middle of the 5th, your score, Sugar Land 7, York 2, here on Revs Radio, WOYK.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at your Sure Save neighborhood markets. Use your gold card every time you shop and you automatically receive savings and rewards. And get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Saubel's Markets, Wetzel's Market, and also at Nell's Market Fresh Foods. Always a hit and always great savings.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Bottom 5, Revs with 5 runs to make up and 5 innings to do it. Tejeda, Perez, and Nash due up to face Parker Frazier, who after a turn of fortune will work with a 7-2 lead. And the first pitch to Isaiah Tejeda is a strike at the letters, 0-1. Jose with a single back in the 2nd inning. Boosts his hitting streak to 7 games, one of the longest on the season for the Revolution. And he watches a breaking ball dip low for ball 1. Again, 5 runs for Sugar Land at the top of the 5th inning. The RBIs coming on Rene Tassoni's sac fly, 2 on Kent Mathis' single, and Travis Scott a 2-run homer to right. As Tejeda leaps out of the way, it's 2 balls and 1 strike. If I'm Mark Mason, I am walking up to Travis Scott, and I am not letting him leave this ballpark to go back to Sugar Land. As the 2-1 comes inside, and a step back once again from Tejeda. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. I'm saying to him, Travis, you want to have a homecoming? You want to hit home runs here in PeoplesBank for the home side? My goodness. 3-1, that one, oh, a tough luck strike. It grazes the very tip of the bat by Tejeda. He was ducking out of the way. It was ball 4, and now it is a foul tip for strike 2. That's been the kind of full inning it has been for the Revolution tonight. Tejeda, if not for just dumb bad luck, would be on base, and instead, all's well that ends well. He'll walk to first as that one missed outside for ball 4. So it took an extra pitch But Isaiah Tejeda is on for the second time tonight. Fourth walk issued by Parker Frazier. He came in with just 8 walks to his name in the evening. Frazier from the stretch. Strike at the belt, 0-1. Revs down 7-2 as the sun starts to dip below the tree line over the Cadorus Creek. Entering the phase known as dusk here at PeoplesBank Park. 0-1, low and away on a slider, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by York Mitsubishi. We have 1 game postponed tonight. New Britain will make up a home game against Bridgeport on Sunday as part of a doubleheader. As Frazier from the first base side of the rubber delivers the 1-1. Breaking ball, a tick outside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Bottom of the second from Long Island. Ducks up 3-0 on Southern Maryland. And the top of the 4th inning from New Jersey. Somerset Patriots leading 4-0 over the Lancaster Barnstormers, who will welcome the York Revolution for the first 4 games of the War of the Roses on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. 2-1 is bounced over to third. Sliding is Haig at his knees. The throw over to second for 1 is the only play he's going to get. Nifty move by Rick Haig that time for the force play. 5-4 in your book. Perez takes the place of Tejeda at first base. Well, the Revs need some runs, and they need them fast, and no better person than Telvin Nash to put a couple of runs quickly on the board. Nash, league leading 7 home runs. 10 extra base hits for the big fella as well. 0 for 1 with a walk tonight, and he takes a first pitch fastball on the outer black for strike 1. Can't win if you don't play, and that's a philosophy for life, folks. Perez inching off the bag. Lamonta holding him aboard, and Nash drills one into deep center field straight away. Gillies going back. He turns to watch it go. Over the big wall in center, 405. A towering home run from Telvin Nash. 8 is great for the big fella. And the Revs are back within 3. It's 7-4 Sugarland.
That's some big boy territory there, Will. There have not been too many that have gone to dead center here at PeoplesBank Park. And there's a driveway back there beyond the center field gate. You can see it bounce up. And on the other side of the back ad wall, I mean, that thing was deep, and it caromed almost out to the alley leading to Arch Street.
Joel Guzman trying to follow up that feat of strength. He takes for a strike, 0-1. I think it's safe to say that is a home run in any ballpark in the Atlantic League. My goodness. And Joel swings through a slider. It's 0-2.
You know, John Stewart won last night.
Yes, he did with the Heritage Lawn Landscape Care home run hitting contest. And
Lonnie Walker tonight.
Yeah, Lonnie Walker is going to take home a prize package from Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. 0-2, a little tapper towards the middle of the infield. Long run for Prince, he has it. And the soft toss over to first base in time to get the slow-moving Guzman. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
It's 11 straight games with a homer.
Extending the club record. This is a long ball team, and they are showing off that strength.
You know what it's like to be able to hit a ball that far. I don't know if I could hit a golf ball that far.
It must be a feeling of awesome might, all I can say. Brian Pounds watches a fastball miss outside, ball 1. Pounds 1 for 2 today. Doubling his hitting streak, he's up to 2 now. 1-0, outer black, strike 1. Brian Pounds, another native Texan. He comes from Houston, and he swings through a slider at strike 2. Wonder how often he would go to Sugar Land. It is a suburb of Houston, isn't it?
It is. I've never asked him if he took a staycation there. Maybe I'll have to ask him.
Maybe you will. 1-2 pitch. Fouled away and out of play towards first base. That will go home with a fan from New Salem. And the count stays at 1-2. Well, maybe when you guys go to Sugar Land for the first time this year, you can ask the native Texans if they'd ever been there before.
Maybe I'll wait until then.
1-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. Slider that Pounds could not resist going fishing on, and that will retire the side. But the Revs get a couple back on a home run to dead center by Telvin Nash. For the Revs, 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors and none left on. And to the 5th year score, Sugar Land 7, York 4 here on Revs Radio WOYK.
And here we go, folks. She steps up to the box. This is a real pressure situation. 2 kids tugging at her blouse, a long line of customers, and only 30 minutes to get in, get a dozen maple donuts, and get to the party.
Oh, boy, look at the time.
One of Charlie Donuts All-Stars winds up, and here's the pitch.
Welcome to Maple Donuts. Can I help you? Yes. No. I'm sorry. I'm not quite ready.
Oh, she steps out. The pressure may be too much, folks. No, wait, what's this? A meeting at the plate?
Okay, Mommy needs to order our maple donuts now. Can you two be good, please?
And she steps back up to the box.
All ready now? I am.
She's swinging for the fences.
I'll have 4 glazed, 3 vanilla sprinkles, 3 chocolate icing, 2 jelly filled, and 1 chocolate peanut covered.
Wow, that was Major League. She read every stitch of that fastball and knocked it clean out of the park.
Enjoy your maple donuts. Oh, we will. Okay, kids, let's go. Let's get these maple donuts to the party.
There you have it, folks. Maple Donuts, 58 varieties. Ready whenever you need to step up to the plate.
Maple Donuts taste right.
Well, I finally did it. I took my dad's advice and joined his credit union.
Which one?
PSECU. I'm eligible because my dad's a member, but I joined through work.
Really? I thought you had to work for the state.
A lot of people think that, but there are lots of ways to be eligible.
I'm not really thrilled with my bank and all their fees. I need to check them out.
Definitely. It's worth the switch.
PSCCU is the credit union for you. Find your way at psccu.com/join. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
We're back for the top of the 6th inning, and now we will pause 10 seconds for station ID here on Revs Radio WOYK.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Will DeBoer, Dale Henry back with you as we're in the top of the 6th inning. Revs down 7-4 after an eventful 5th. Ricardo Gomez, the new pitcher for York, and he misses outside with a ball 1 to Johan Lamanta, the only man who did not bat for Sugar Land in that top half of the 5th. Gomez missing same spot for ball 2. Ricardo, appearance number 7 on the year. Maybe this one will be lucky for him. No record, 3.0 ERA, 2 earned runs in 6 innings. Easy math. There's a helicopter on a breaking ball for strike 1. Lamanta 0 for 2 today. A ground out and a fly out. Still looking for the strikeout that'll send these fans home with breadsticks. Gomez the 2-1. Low and in, nibbling at the ankles of Lamanta, and it's 3-1. Ricardo into the windup of the 3-1 pitch. Left it outside, ball 4 and a leadoff walk. Drawn by Johan Lamanta, not what the Revs needed after stealing back a little bit of the momentum in the bottom of the fifth on the Telvin Nash home run.
Well, it would go a long way toward having a chance to win a half if the Revs can change their fortunes at home against Sugar Land. It's the one team that has had their number here at PeoplesBank Park. 2-2 the first series, but there have been a lot of games like these over the years.
As the first pitch to Rick Haig crosses at the knees for called strike 1.
A lot of games where former Revs have done the most damage, and sure enough, we saw that again last inning.
Haig 0 for 2 today, fly out and a ground out. 0-1 is in the dirt, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, you look at it, Darrell, the Revs have a very good record here at PeoplesBank Park overall, except when they play the Skeeters. 16-29 against Sugar Land.
It's unbelievable.
32-52 overall. They've won as many games down there as they have up here. Gomez, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for called strike 2.
And you'd think Sugar Land would be tired. Not the town, but, well, maybe, I mean, they have good nightlife. But flying up today, but that doesn't seem to faze them. And I'm sure they're used to it.
1-2 from Gomez. Popped him up. Shallow right field. Perez coming out from second. Repko coming on. And Perez tried to make the basket catch, and he dropped it. Andres Perez's misfortune continues at second base. He let a ball that should have go to Repko bounce off of the heel of his mitt. And now instead of 1 out and 1 on, it is nobody down and 2 men on.
Yeah, and I mean, if you had to do it over, Repko was there, and I don't think he called it. I think Perez called it early, so Repko stopped. But the problem is, Perez didn't get to the spot under it. He was still going back with it, and even though he called it, and a lot of players get into this trap, they'll call it, but they'll still kind of have the thought that their teammate's there, and they shy away from it just a little bit.
Josh Prince showing bunt that time, and he watches it sail out of the zone for ball 1. Well, as if the Revs didn't need any more obstacles to climb after falling behind 5 in the last inning. Now they've got a chance to give the 2 runs they made up back. Nash playing in on Prince, so is Pounds from third base. Showing bunt, and he skies it. Takes a fly and hits the netting for strike 1. Josh Prince, a single and a run. He got the rally going for the Skeeters back in the 5th. 5 earned runs off of Bo Vaughn, a rare off night for Bo, the career ERA leader for the Revolution, and that's one of those records, Darrell, where a couple of bad performances can take you right out of it. 1-1. Prince showing swing this time, and he takes inside for ball 2. Skeeters trying to build on a 7-4 lead. Sugar Land with 7 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. York 4 runs on 6 hits and now 1 error. Corner infielder still playing in on Prince. He's got just 1 strike against him, and he watches it miss above the letters. Dots the I for ball 3.
Yeah, the ERA record, we set it at minimum 101 innings, which is the minimum that pitchers would need to qualify for the league lead in the 2 126 game seasons that we've played. That's how we got to that.
3-1 upstairs, chin level for ball 4, and Josh Prince draws the second walk of the inning against Gomez. That loads them up with nobody down, and the top of the order coming up. If you guys got bunkers at home, you might want to get in the bunkers. This one could turn ugly.
I think the most frustrating thing for the coaching staff early this season, despite the really good start, is walks from the bullpen. And Gomez, a rare offense here. I mean, he's normally pounding the strike zone.
He'll have to pound it now to get out of some trouble as Tyson Gillies takes on the outer black for strike 1. Lefty Gillies is 2 for 3 today with a couple of hits and a run. Sacks full of Skeeters. 0-1, fouled over our heads, now towards the parking lot. When you look at the breakdown, 35 walks for Revolution starters and 102 innings coming in. That's not so bad. 45 free passes issued in 77 and a third innings for the relievers.
Fletch had that one circled the one day when I stopped in to see him. They'll need to improve it.
Gomez the 0-2, and he gets Gillies a chase on a slider in the dirt for strike 3. much needed strikeout for Ricardo Gomez. Now a ground ball for him. Gets him out of trouble.
And a lot of the bullpen numbers have ballooned in a couple of rough games, couple rough innings. And it really, for the most part, it has not cost the Revs very many games at all, maybe one or two at most. But going forward, I think that's the biggest thing that they'd want to tighten up from these first 21 games.
Gomez trying to tighten up against Jeff Dominguez, and he taps this one foul. First base line, out of reach of the first base coach. It's a player there for Sugar Land. Tonight it looks to be Andy LaRoche, maybe. Common occurrence here in the Atlantic League. Almost always you see the first base coach being one of the players.
You've sold me. I think that's him.
0-1. Got it by the skin of the bat. Dominguez fouls it off, and Ricardo's ahead in the count 0-2. Revs trying to hold the line. Skeeters up 7-4 for the moment. They've got Lamont on third, Haig on second, Prince on first. All without the benefit of a hit, a couple of walks, and an error. Dominguez, a one-man wrecking crew. 75% of his home runs this year coming in these confines. 0-2. Just below the knees. It's a sigh of disbelief from a couple of folks here in the box. And it's 1-2 strikes. He didn't miss by much. Now Gomez will try again. It's the 1-2. Left it outside. That one a bit more obvious. And the count goes even at 2-2 strikes.
A few years ago, Will, Bridgeport's bus driver coached first base. That was part of the deal.
Oh. Well, there are certain ways to get in professional baseball, and that is one of them. 2-2, swung on and missed for strike three. Got him with a sinker coming in. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ricardo Gomez. Does he have a Houdini in him right now? He goes from bases loaded, nobody down, to bases loaded and 2 down. All that's standing in his way, Rene Tassoni. And the Toronto man has a triple, a run, and an RBI today. The RBI coming on the sac fly. First pitch coming inside at 90 miles an hour for ball 1. Well, Darryl, you thought that one actually caught black.
Yes, I did, Will.
Gomez trying to shake it off as he shakes a Skeeter out of his face. The bug, not the player. 1-0. Ground ball slapped foul off the railing of the Revs dugout, and the count goes to 1-1 strike.
Well, our man behind the plate, and it actually does not look like Tim. Sometimes they make last-minute switches. Tim was on the schedule. I'm not convinced it's him, but he's got a strange setup in. I mean, he's like way in and angled, and I'm sorry, I don't know where that first one missed.
Very clearly they don't find broadcasters for comments like that in this league. 1-1, swung on and missed, strike 2, fastball, outer half, and now the pitch of the game coming up right here from Gomez to Tassoni. 3 on, 2 out, Revs down 3. Sugar Land trying to break it open once again. Gomez sets at the letters. The kick and the 1-2. Ground ball shoots over Nash's glove into right base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Haig. Red light given to Josh Prince. And on at second with an RBI double is Rene Tassoni. Oh, Canada, he's put 9 on the board now for Sugar Land. It's 9-4 Skeeters.
That's their third time in 5 games here that they've scored 9. And in years past, they've been a low-scoring team. They do seem to be built like more of an offensive team this year. They have a pretty good lineup, and they'll capitalize if you make mistakes.
Now Kent Mathis takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. And Darryl, it's the second time in 3 innings that the Revs have very nearly gotten out of it. Tony Pena in the 4th has a man on third with nobody out, a couple of strikeouts. Eventually he scores as Mathis slaps this one foul, 0-2. And now Ricardo Gomez, 1 strike away from sitting down to Sony and retiring the Skeeters with the bases loaded. Just 1 bad hop away from getting out of it. Telvin Nash, a scorching ground ball, and he just couldn't cover it. 0-2. Slapped over to second base. Perez shading to his left. Throw to first in time. Side retired. But the Skeeters all but erased the 2 runs the Revs put up in the last half inning with 2 of their own. Those 2 runs unearned on 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base. Middle of the 6th, your score, Sugarland 9, York 4 here on Revs Radio, WOYK.
Wednesdays are the worst. I've got to get the kids to school in time to get to work, then it's just one long day of meetings. But hey, at least I don't have to worry about making dinner.
Kids eat free with People's Bank. Save money at every Wednesday home game.
So now when the Revs are in town, I just pull into a People's Bank, pick up that week's coupon, and dinner is done. Revolution Wednesdays? Awesome. Revolution!
Thanks to People's Bank, kids eat free at every Wednesday home game. No need to be a People's Bank customer. Just pick up your coupon at any People's Bank branch and do dinner at PeoplesBank Park. 1 coupon per child per game.
Listen up, people.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
He's a professional. And I did tweet out on 4th and 19, go blue. Irvin took a picture of me in the NFL Game Day morning meeting room celebrating, and I stupidly looked at his phone and did it. And he tweets it out what Rich Eisen was like when he thought You Miss Football won. I can't show you what it was like when they did not win. Do friends do that to friends? No.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Weekdays at noon on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Come on, Colin Cowherd.
The pitcher who gave it up, who should worry more about getting his 2-seamer on the outside part of the plate, Sam Dyson, he wanted to talk about that 1 second of raw human emotion where Jose Bautista, flipped a bat.
Jose needs to calm that down. Just kind of respect the game a little more.
You gotta be kidding me.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
I'm blowing everything up. We're starting over.
Weekdays at 3 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. On air, online, and on your smartphone. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
We return from the bottom of the 6th inning. The Revs trying to return into contention in this game. They're down 9-4, sending the bottom of the order to the plate against John Velasquez. The first pitch from the big catapult arm righty is right down the heart for strike 1.
I'd like to mention that Ed Mann, once again, is the man. Ice cream delivery.
0-1 misses high and outside for ball 1. Simmons reached on an error and scored back in the 2nd inning, and later struck out. Velasquez making appearance number 9 on the season. There's a wave and a whiff at a slider for strike 2. Nasty slider that time. 1-0, 5.0 ERA for the man from the Bronx. Last pitched on Tuesday against Bridgeport. 1 inning, 1, 2, 3, and 5 pitches. So he's rested and raring to go, as that 91-mile-an-hour fastball shows. He missed it upstairs for ball 2. It closes the book on Parker Frazier, who's in line to get his league-leading 4th win on the season. 2-2, tapped foul just off the end of the bat. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Frazier, 5 innings, 4 runs, 2 of them earned on 6 hits. 4 walks for him, uncharacteristic, and 4 strikeouts on 90 pitches. On the long side for Sugarland tonight, 2-2, left outside, ball 3. Simmons digs in. The league leader in hitter strikeouts at 29 on the season, make it 30. He helicopters on a fastball up and in for strike 3. Not a good turn at the plate for James Simmons. Chasing after some balls that probably should have been chased after. And he'll take that and his thoughts back to the dugout with the first out of the inning for the Revolution.
Yeah, I think it's tough in a game like this team not used to being down 5. And you still want to go up there and be selective and zero in. But you have the tendency to want to do a lot.
Keith Castillo waves and whisks at a slider at 88 for strike 1. Well, the Revs aren't used to this, Darryl. Like you said, being down by this much with so much of the game to go. They lost 9-3 to Sugar Land the last time they were here as Castillo loops this one high into left field, fighting the light as Barfield. Makes a two-handed catch. Nice fundies right there for out number 2.
They do have comeback ability. 3 of the wins this year come from behind. Last night, it felt like they were dead. I mean, held to 1 run all night. Missed a big chance in the 8th. All it needed was just a couple of breaks in the 9th and 1 blast. Biggest comeback thus far is 4.
First pitch to Michael Rocket, and Velasquez misses up and in for ball 1. Well, if there's one team that you never want to count out in this league, it's the team that is hitting with men in scoring position with the bases empty, leading home runs. 1-0, low and away, and it's ball 2.
Yeah, they're always in scoring possession.
Rocket, the shortstop today for the Revs, and he sent a couple of ground balls to his counterpart's way. Low and outside, 3 balls and no strikes. And Rocket has the bat on the shoulder and that low crouch. Takes right down George Street for called strike 1. Speaking of George Street and speaking of hot lights and spotlights, let's tell you about the Stage Deli. They got the spotlight on outstanding soup, salads, and sandwiches. For daily specials you can't afford to miss, and for catering information, visit their Facebook page. There's a hack at a fastball up for strike 2. Or visit them right next to the Strand Capitol Theater on George Street.
You might run into Will. You can ask him for his autograph.
Oh. Well.
What, would you turn them down?
I would not. If they had a pen, I would certainly do that. Would they even recognize me? Payoff pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him with a fastball at 90 miles an hour. 1-2-3 inning for John Velasquez as the Revs go quietly in the 6th. Darryl Henry will take you home here on Revs Radio WOYK. York down 9-4 to Sugar Land as we end the 6th inning.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
Let's go!
The NFL has a policy here. Johnny Unitas was going to be honored by Peyton Manning. He was going to wear high-top black shoes. The NFL said, no, you couldn't do it. Pat Tillman was going to be honored by Jake Plummer, and the NFL said, no, you can't. Craig Ironhead Hayward's son was going to honor him with eye blank. D'Angelo Williams, whose mother died of breast cancer in 2014, he wanted to honor her the entire season. The NFL said no. This was explained to me by the NFL years ago, that if we allow this for Peyton Manning with Johnny Unitas, which seems like a no-brainer, then what happens if you get Jimmy Lipper, who wants to honor his coach, and he's going to wear something? That's where the NFL, you may not like it, but it makes sense that you just say, no, we're not going to allow it. We can't allow this to happen, because then everybody would be doing it.
The Dan Patrick Show.
We are going to PAR-TY.
Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Ross Brothers Barbecue is serving up the hits every Saturday night this season at PeoplesBank Park. Stop by Arch Street Eats on the third base corner and load up on delicious, fresh-made local barbecue. All of Ross's sauces and sides are made from scratch daily. All meats are smoked for an authentic barbecue done right. Ross Brothers also offers drive-through, dine-in, and carry-out from the restaurant at 3096 Carlisle Road in Dover, as well as delivery and full-service catering. Ross Brothers can cater any sized event from fundraisers to graduation parties to weddings. Ross Brothers Barbecue every Saturday night at PeoplesBank Park.
The radio home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head to the 7th inning, 9-4. Sugar Land leads. Almost let our little re-entry music run out. And then it would have been on to, we would have gone in this order. We would have gone from Kenny Chesney to Lil Wayne, which sounds about right. So,
well, I mean,
almost.
Those two artists fairly similar. One's a crazy old man with crazy shows who is still going at it and is crossing over into other territories he probably shouldn't. The other one is Kenny Chesney.
I'm sure one's open for the other. Travis Scott will lead off the 7th. Daniel Corella, the new pitcher, and he fires a strike. 9-4 Sugar Land. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And Travis Scott making an impact again tonight. His return to York, 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer in the 5th. Pitch from Corella is swung on, driven in right center. Repko over on this one, though, and he'll have room to make the catch. Scott hit it toward the end of the bat, and that's out number 1. By the way, I thought it was interesting. Tonight, we got ice cream from Ed, and we didn't even do any complaining.
Huh.
Usually, we get deliveries when we're whining.
You mean sometimes it's just out of the goodness of their hearts? Not just to shut us up?
Yeah, who knew?
What a town.
Here's Jeremy Barfield, who takes a strike. One of these nights, they're going to bring cheese to the booth to go with my wine.
I see wine. How about whiskey?
There's the 0-1. And a swing and a fly ball straight away center. Simmons going back on this. And onto the track. He jumps up. He's got it. He falls at the base of the fence and hangs on to it. James Simmons, another great play from this Revs outfield. 405 feet away, and you could not draw a line any straighter to dead center. Right at the base of the fence. He jumps up and hangs on to it. 2 down here in the 7th.
Not easy for Simmons because that's that fence that folds open so that the batting practice equipment can come through. There's a metal railing right there that James had to be conscious of. He nearly conked his head. Nice awareness. He still holds on for the catch.
Here's Limo. Oh, way inside. A fastball from Corella. You know, you never know what you're going to see when you come to the ballpark, but these days, a pretty good chance you're going to see some great outfield defense from the Revs. There's the stretch and the 1-0. Fastball, and it's across at the knees for a strike. Lamonta Arqueman, who has not cooperated to this point. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run, but no breadsticks as of yet. The 1-1, and a swing and a pop-up. Shallow center, rocket out from short, and he'll grab it. Ranging back, catches it down near his left hip. And a 1-2-3 inning for Daniel Corella. 7th inning stretch here at PeoplesBank Park. Revs on the short end of a 9-4 score.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. Peoples Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Come on, Colin Cowherd.
Here's Chip Kelly talking about Tim Tebow once he released him.
I didn't feel like he was good enough to be the 3 right now.
He didn't say backup that just gets in. He's not good enough to be the 3rd string quarterback. And here's the thing. You can have him on the roster. You can't have him right behind Sam Bradford, who would pull a hammy yawning.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Individual game tickets are now on sale for the 2016 York Revolution season. Be there as the Revs celebrate their 10th anniversary season with the biggest promotional schedule in team history. 20 giveaways, including 8 bobbleheads, inside the park fireworks shows every Saturday, and a host of incredible entertainment acts like Cowboy Monkey Rodeo, Superstars, the Philly Fanatic, and an appearance by former NASCAR driver Ernie Irvan. Buy online at YorkRevolution.com, over the phone at 801-HITS, or in person at the Apple Chevrolet ticket office.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
I told you we had Little Wayne in queue. So we go to the bottom of the 7th with your maestros, Darrell Henry and Will DeBoer. Revs trail 9-4. New pitcher for Sugar Land is right-hander Robbie Weinhardt. A pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Jason Repko to begin things. Revs in need of a big comeback. Historically, Sugar Land has not yielded those things. First pitch to Repko is over for a strike. One of the reasons for their success over the years, they've always had a strong bullpen. The 0-1, and a swing and a liner to center field. Gillies a late break, and he'll stop and make the catch backing up. Repko hit it hard to straightaway center, and Gillies froze at first, then hustled back, and then had to hit the brakes. He was able to recover for out number 1. Isaiah Tejeda up next. Looks like Corella will get another inning. And I wonder if we'll see the debut of Julio DePaula tonight, signed earlier today, or activated. First pitch to Tejeda is up high.
Corella only 7 pitches in that 7th inning. I wouldn't be surprised.
DePaula was officially signed in March and then was in Mexico for just 1 game. There's a fastball down and away, just missed. Tejeda 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Revs starting pitching's been a strength. Here's the 2-0, and that's over for a strike. Interestingly, Pena tonight, their 9th different starting pitcher used in 22 games. Well, the wind and the 2-1. And this one ripped the other way. Diving stop Dominguez from second to his feet with plenty of time, and he'll toss it to first. Dominguez in this park has done it with his bat. He's done it with his glove, and diving play on a one-hopper to his left from second for out number 2. Pena tonight joining Tyrell Harris and Mariel Checo, who have made 1 start apiece. And then you have your 6 normal starters that they're running with right now. There's Andres Perez, who's 1 for 3. Runs scored. And watches a strike come in from Weinhardt. Revs down 9-4 in the 7th. Weinhardt, 1 win, no losses, 1 save in 9 games. He's given up nothing as he misses a little bit low. 10 scoreless innings. Just 5 hits, 1 walk, and 13 punch-outs. Opponents have hit just 152. Speaking of a strong bullpen, there's a pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-1. For years, Gary Gaetti has really only asked his starters to go 5 or 6. And we rarely see their starters go overly deep. There's the 2-1. And it's slapped on the ground at first. Lamonta, the slick pick. Hit hard, but on the second hop, he spears it and takes it unassisted. It's a 1-2-3 7th. Revs down in order. We go to the 8th. It's Sugar Land 9, York 4.
The more we help the ones in need, the more progress our community will make. By focusing on quality education, income opportunities, and basic health care,
all of York County can have access to the building blocks of a good quality of life.
Together, we can load the bases for our community
and hit a home run.
Give generously to the 2016 United Way Community Fund.
Find out more and give now at unitedway-york.org.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Come and celebrate 10 years of York Revolution baseball with the Celebrate York Series presented by Memorial Hospital. The series honors significant contributions from York, Pennsylvania's most notable events and favorite citizens with giveaways every Friday night home game. The series continues on Friday, May 27th with a Vonnie Grimes bobblehead music box giveaway. Visit YorkRevolution.com for more details. It's the Celebrate York Series, proudly presented by Memorial Hospital for the York Revolution's 10th anniversary season.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
End of the 8th, it's 9-4 Sugarland here in the opener. Speaking of Sugarland history, they have been tough on travel day over the years, it would seem, including tonight, putting up 9, just like they did the other time that they flew up here day of game, spoiling the Revs home opener a couple of weeks back. Rick Haig will lead off the 8th. Corrales still in there. And first pitch is down and in. Will, do we have a York Mitsubishi Hershey Bears scoreboard update?
Work on it, trying to navigate the AHL website.
Sorry. A little quick on the draw there.
Hey, more Hamilton.
It's the 1-0. And a high pop-up at short. It's Rocket eyeing it up. He'll walk and camp under it and puts it away, 1 down. What, the Hamilton Bulldogs?
Oh, no, I was thinking all the duels that happen in that musical.
Oh.
Quick to the draw. You got to be quick to the draw.
I got you.
Otherwise, you're dead.
I got you.
Here we are in the... do I really want to tell you? Third period just began. Wilkes-Barre Scranton's up 5-1.
Here's Josh Prince. Corrales. Oh, man! It got away from him, and it hit Prince up high. And I think from his reaction, it got a hand. I think he got the hand up in front of his face, but I'm not sure. It looks like left wrist, perhaps, as he dumped his helmet to the ground. That one hurt. And that was scary. Athletic trainer Max Mahaffey is out and taking a look at Prince's left hand. He'll gingerly take the batting glove off, afraid of what they may see. If you're Josh Prince, you're probably afraid to look at it.
Mm-hmm. Afraid of how many colors you're going to see on it.
Man, or if it's in the right direction. And Max, who's paid to look at those things, like our Chong Choi, they've got to have a strong stomach sometimes. Hopefully all the fingers and hand bones are intact for him. Gary Gaetti in there checking him out also.
While they do that, Daryl, maybe we talk some more about hockey. What game in the series is this between Hershey and Wilkes-Barre Scranton?
6.
6. So we could see a Hershey leading 3-2 or down 3-2?
Leading.
So we could see a game 7 and more Hershey Bears hockey here on this very station.
Yeah, and Prince will stay in. Good for him. He'll walk down to first. But yes, if there is it looks like there will be a Game 7 Sunday. It'd be at 5 in Hershey. We play at 1, so we'll be able to carry that as long as we don't play all day and all night.
So translation, get ready for a full Sunday of sports here on WOYK.
Right you are.
First in York, first in sports, first in self-promotion.
Right again. Here's Tyson Gillies at the top of the order. And Corella right down the middle with this one for a strike. I think he felt bad on that hit by pitch. And Castillo too. Never want to see one get away like that. That Prince able to stay in. Now the 0-1. And a swing and a miss. Corella with a good changeup. It's as good of a change as we've seen from him.
When he's got the accuracy right there, he's a very effective pitcher. Blistering speed and good movement on the breaking stuff. Problem is, we just don't see it often enough.
Now ball loose from Sugarland's bullpen. This might be a strike at home plate. Rolls all the way in.
More like a gutter ball from the looks of it.
Gillies tonight, our first look at him. He's 2 for 4. The run scored. Out of the leadoff spot. 9-4 Sugarland here in the 8th inning. Corella the 0-2. And that misses low. Maybe Corella's best outing with York was against Sugarland a couple of weeks back. 2 scoreless innings, struck out 4.
Bit of pain involved in that one as well. The first hit against him lined off of his backside for the 1-6-3 putout that seemed to energize him, and he got through those 2 scoreless.
Now steps off. Remembering that game 2 weeks ago, he may have gone longer than 2 innings, but that line drive had started to tighten up on him. He fires and misses away, 2-2.
Plus, that was one of those kitchen sink games for Mark Mason. You wanted to throw everybody and see what he had. That was the game that Micah Owings started for the first time for York. And we'll get to see Owings on Sunday if all goes as scheduled.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Juggled but held on to by Castillo. And no tag would have been needed anyway with first base occupied. Corella's first strikeout of the night. And it looked like he pulled the string on the changeup again. He's thrown maybe his 2 best changeups that we've seen on the young season. Both right there on Tyson Gillies. Strikes out for the 3rd time in the night despite a productive night up top. Here's Jeff Dominguez, who's 1 for 3, another homer here. A walk and 2 runs. He had a solo shot in the 4th. And he swings here, grounds one to second. It hit the lip and stayed low. Perez knocks it down, picks back up and throws to first. Little juggle, but stayed with it as the ball took a funny bounce on him, but that'll end the inning. 2 scoreless for Corella. No hits. He hits a batter, but leaves that runner. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Revs trail the Skeeters 9-4.
Wednesdays are the worst. I've got to get the kids to school in time, to get to work, then it's just one long day of meetings. But hey, at least I don't have to worry about making dinner.
Kids eat free with People's Bank. Save money at every Wednesday home game.
So now when the Revs are in town, I just pull into a People's Bank, pick up that week's coupon, and dinner is done. Revolution Wednesdays? Awesome. Revolution!
Thanks to People's Bank, kids eat free at every Wednesday home game. No need to be a People's Bank customer. Just pick up your coupon at any People's Bank branch and do dinner at PeoplesBank Park. 1 coupon per child per game.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
Hey, sports fans, great news. Now you can listen to Sports Radio 1350 anywhere with the new WOYK mobile apps. Stranded in Siberia? No problem. Kidnapped by wolves? It's not as bad as you may think. Wherever you are, WOYK is with you on the brand new mobile apps. York's only local sports station just went mobile and global. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
The Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 8th, Sugarland up 9-4. And right-hander Zach Zinicola is the new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts.
Skeeters again going with a man for just one more inning. They're going with the rare pitcher in the Atlantic League named Zach.
Now they made a defensive change with Prince hit by that pitch. He stayed in to run, but he will leave. Rick Haig goes from third to short, and I believe Patrick Palmero is in the game at third base. Zinicola ready. Talvin Nash to lead off. First pitch of the inning is down low. And we had a little scare with Josh Wilson fouling one off his leg last night. He's fine. Hopefully the same will be true for Prince on that hit by pitch. 1-0, and that misses a little high. Talvin, last time up, a big boy home run, dead center, and well beyond the fence from this vantage point. It bounced up on the other side of the back ad wall. Here's the 2-0, swings and skies one toward the corner and right. He'll leave the box just in case, but it's fading foul and into the picnic area.
I know it's everybody's, sorry, Darryl.
No, you're good.
It's everybody's goal to get to the major leagues from here, but I don't think Talvin's going to find a ballpark where he's had quite as much success as this one. He may not want to leave as well as he has hit at PeoplesBank Park.
Oh, it is.
Would you?
It's the comfort like a blanket for him here. Home sweet home. Here's the 2-1, and a breaking ball low. You would maybe worry about a guy with that much power trying to go for that wall here at home, but he's a more complete hitter than that. And then it really plays into his game. Pitch here is inside. He raises the arms, and he'll take ball 4. Brushed him in close. That is second walk of the night. Home run. Previous time up was his 8th, leading the league by 3 now. So long as Michael Snyder hasn't gone yard for Southern Maryland in their game tonight. Here's Joel Guzman. He's got 2 Ks and a ground out. And here also is Everett George, who's in the booth and tuned in. Has no idea that we're talking about him. Maybe he's tuned into something else.
Maybe. What are you incinerating or insinuating, Everett? Incinerating? No, that'd be rather dangerous.
First pitch is a foul tip back behind the plate.
Oh, yeah, I love the English language, don't you?
Yeah. Here we go talking about fire again.
See, I wasn't going to go there, but
0-1 to Guzman. And Zinicola the pitch, a breaking ball, that's down low. Apparently it was Everett's old grill that was at the center of
all the controversy last
night. Yeah. His fingerprints all over that.
Well, not anymore.
It was a swing and a miss on a slider, 1-2. My understanding it was intended for the team's post-game meal, and the burgers ended up like a third of the size. Pitch here is swung on and fouled back. got in on Guzman's hands there.
So, hockey pucks, accidental sliders, although they're not doing much sliding.
Well, 1-2 it remains. And the pitch, breaking ball, hit in the air in right field. Pretty good ride, but Mathis back a couple steps. He's right there. And makes the catch for out number 1. Now just after 9 o'clock, we'll pause for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
One down here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's Brian Pounds. And a move to first. Back on a dive is Nash. I'm being told that one of those puck burgers will be sent along as my lunch on the next road trip.
Boy, careful saying that.
That's one you want to pronounce the right way. First pitch to Pounds is taken down low. Pounds 1 for 3 on the night. One of the Revs' 6 hits in this one. Zinicola to the belt, and the 1-0. That's a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes.
We did get an official attendance count moments ago. 33-29, 3,329 fans. Second largest crowd of the season. Well, maybe not. Maybe there was one higher than that as well.
Yeah, top 3, I believe. There's a breaking ball strike. Little more energy though tonight at the beginning. Everybody walking in, and everybody seemed a little more happier that the sun was out. Very pleasant evening. Here's the 2-1, and that's down low. Travis Scott blocks it. It's a 9-4 Sugarland lead here in the 8th. Zinicola, 9 outings coming in, 0-1, but good numbers, and he does have 1 save. 9 1/3 innings, 3 runs. Calculates to a .289. 1 walk, 7 Ks. Well, now he has 2 walks. Here's the 3-1, and that's down and away. Now he has 3 walks, and Brian Pounds takes his base. First and second with 1 out. James Simmons next. Tomorrow night, one we've been looking forward to as Travis Scott heads to the mound. And Corey Thurman's jersey number retirement. And we're actually going to be on air early tonight, or tomorrow night, if you can't make it. It is a ceremony. Gates open at 5:30. The ceremony will be carried here on WOYK, so we'll hit the air right around 5:50 tomorrow night, and it should be awesome. The tribute, well, it will be awesome. The tribute, the retired number unveiling, poster giveaway.
Posters which the entirety of the Rev staff is rolling up behind our right shoulder.
Here's Simmons. First pitch is down low for ball 1. Tell you what, the grunt work that goes on in minor league baseball behind the scenes, I mean, they're all over there working on that for tomorrow. And here we sit, doing nothing, flapping our gums. There's the 1-0, and that's down low, a breaking ball.
Well, somebody's got to do this job.
You're darn right, Will.
Okay.
Simmons 0 for 3 tonight. Did reach on an error early in the game and scored. 2-0. And a line drive to right. It will get down in front of Mathis. Uh-oh, they had to freeze and an out thrown at second base. Runners had to freeze in case it was caught, and it was hit so hard, and Mathis makes really another tremendous play. He caught it on a short hop cleanly and was able to come up right into his throw and got all of his weight behind it and throws another strike, this one to second to get Pounds, and it's not a hit for Simmons. It goes down as a fielder's choice. That ball was stung, but he gets nothing to show for it.
Their error 9-6 fielder's choice.
First and third now with 2 outs for Keith Castillo. It's been that kind of night for York. Pitch to Keith is fouled off third base side. Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever written that one down before.
I've seen a 9-2 before. Last summer.
Really?
Yeah, bases loaded. People were confused as to whether or not he caught it.
0-1, and that's just outside. I've seen a 9-3 before. It involved me getting thrown out at first base.
Oh, no. In the celebrity softball game?
No, not quite. Real baseball. Here's the 1-1, and a slapper to shortstop. To his right a step is Haig, and he took a long flip to Dominguez, who just beat Simmons to the bag from second. Inning-ending fielder's choice, this one in the infield. No runs, no hits, 2 left. We'll go to the 9th tonight. Sugarland on top, 9-4.
Kids today, with Facebook, texting, TV, and video games, seems like fresh air and sunshine are things of the past. Remember playing catch, climbing trees, wholesome backyard fun? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care remembers, give them lush grass, healthy trees, the good old outdoors. American is baseball and apple pie. Kids have every reason to stay inside. Don't let your lawn be one of them. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, world-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
What if I told you your family of 4 could have an all-inclusive outing for only $55? The York Revolution are telling you that right now. The Family Fun Pack includes 4 flexible ticket vouchers to be used whenever you'd like, 4 food vouchers for hot dogs, chips, and drinks, 2 playground wristbands, and a parking pass. Again, $55. Have more than 4 in your family? Additional tickets and food vouchers are only $10. Buy online at YorkRevolution.com, over the phone at 801-HITS, or in person at the Apple Chevrolet ticket office.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the 9th, the man who got the win last night for the Revs, Wes Alsop, takes over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And Will, it had been a while since Wes had earned a win. He worked around 2 walks to get it done, a guy whose career had kind of halted and restarted this season on a comeback, and that had to feel good for him last night.
Almost 4 years it took Wes Alsop to get a win again. His last one coming August 16th, 2012. He was with the High Desert Mavericks of the California League, Bills Advanced A affiliate back then. Had a quick outing and took a win over the Lancaster Jethawks, and I am saying that correctly, Lancaster. That's how they say it out in California. Weird, right?
Renee Tassoni will lead off and takes inside. You know what, Will? Why don't you pronounce it that way when we go over there on Monday night and see how mad they get?
You kidding me? They got pitchforks there in Lancaster. I don't want to test that.
The fastball, strike called on the inner edge.
Calling me English as they stab me with a fork.
Not just any fork, a pitchfork.
Uh-huh.
Alsip out of the stretch, the 1-1. And a breaking ball, hooks in for a strike. If he can throw 2 pitches for a strike, not many guys are going to hit him. But that's been the challenge. Last night he was able to settle down. He fires. Strike 3 called. 97 on the outside black. Blazing heat, and Tassoni couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. 1 down in the 9th. When he's on, fewer as fun to watch. It's dominant stuff. I remember the first day that he pitched in spring training, the sound that the glove made was just like a gunshot compared to all of the others. Here's Kent Mathis, and a fastball missed wide. A lot of big nights for Sugar Land tonight. Starting at the top, Gillies 2 hits and a run. Dominguez has homered. Tassoni had driven in 3. Double and a triple. Pitch is a check swing, and he went. Fastball in. And Mathis couldn't stop. It's against Alsip, you have to start early. And that caused that go around. It's 1-1. Mathis has driven in 2. He's 1 for 4. Travis Scott next has driven in 2 on a homer. Here's a swing and a high fly ball, right center. Simmons and Repko gliding toward one another. It's Simmons the call and the catch in deep right center. Right on the edge of the track, 2 down.
There's a man who knows the ballpark he's pitching in, using every square inch to keep that ball in the park.
And with as hard as he throws, you make contact, it's going to carry, but flag at a complete standstill now compared to earlier tonight when it was blowing out to right. Here's Travis Scott, 1 for 4 with the 2-run homer in the 5th, his 3rd of the year. And Alsip the pitch. Swung on, tapped off the plate. Alsip will get to it himself, and he'll underhand to Nash, who catches it barehanded as he was running across the bag. That was fun. A 1-3 out to end the top of the 9th.
Neat.
Nice 1-2-3 inning for Wes Alsip. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Revs need a big one. They trailed 9-4.
Tennis used to be a very polite game. Today, tennis
Ace.
raises a racket.
Flying feet.
The style, the play, and the players are intense, athletic, and hard-charging. Flying Feet Sports Shoes welcomes the evolution of tennis and its battling players with a full line of specialty tennis shoes worthy of the new game. These aren't stand-around, look-pretty shoes. These are co-conspirators for the court. Shoes that will endure opponent after opponent, match after match. Shoes that move when and how you move and stop at your command. Shoes that fit and feel good so your feet are ready and able to play that next set. Flying Feet's team includes Prince, Wilson, and New Balance in widths that fit, and the Flying Feet staff is always on the sidelines to help you with your selection. Tennis, it's a new game. Be prepared to play it well.
Flying feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, just off exit 18 of I-83, right behind Domino's in York.
Hey, Revs fans, want to get in the game? You can throw out an honorary first pitch this season by bringing a group to PeoplesBank Park. Select groups who reserve tickets in the month of May will receive a first pitch courtesy of Bell Socialization Services with support from Adhesives Research. For information, call Reed Gunderson at 717-801-4498. Celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, Bell provides housing supports and living skills training to more than 1,400 people every year here in South Central PA through its mental health, intellectual disability, and homeless service programs. Bell Socialization Services, empowering lives every day.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is United States gold medalist Cullen Jones, and you're listening to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 9th, a 9-4 Sugar Land lead. Lefty Derek Loop is the new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Michael Rocket to get it started. Loop with 3 saves, a non-save situation, of course. He's 1-0 in 8 games, 8 scoreless innings, 7 hits, 3 walks, 7 Ks. Again, no runs given up. Pitch to Rocket, a cutter, and it's over for a strike. He's got a subtle cut on his fastball and also some downward bite on it. Here's the 0-1, and a swing and a foul tip. That was the bigger slider. Off of Scott's mitt, no balls and 2 strikes. Rocket 2 ground outs and a K tonight. Starting at short, Revs may have Josh Wilson back in there tomorrow night. And the 0-2 swung on, slapped on the ground, foul, first base side. Sugarland with 5 relievers who have not allowed an earned run yet this season. 4 of them in 8 innings or more. Here's a swing and a foul, first base side into the crowd. The other one only 2 innings, but his ERA is just as good. Tomorrow night, James Simmons for York, Barrett Louts for Sugarland. Another 0-2, and a swing and a miss. Got Rocket to chase upstairs. And 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th.
That ball was upstairs, and Rocket was a couple of floors above it. My goodness. He had no idea where that one was.
Yeah, loop is tough to pick up. Last season, he had an unhittable stretch and an extended one. Here's Jason Repko, who's 1 for 3. RBI single in the second. And he takes a high strike. And it draws a look back from him. Repko also with a steal tonight. Here's the 0-1. And a backdoor slider just missed. Derek Loop, just 1 run allowed in his last 32 appearances. Last year with Sugarland had a 1.28 ERA. Pitch, swing and a miss, a slider down low. Loop, who made it to AAA with the Phillies in 2010, the Dodgers in 2012. Former UCLA Bruin, drafted by the Indians. 1-2, and a breaking ball in the dirt. First team all, I guess it was Pac-10 still at the time when he was at UCLA. Twice he was first team all Pac. He actually did some starting in his career as well. He deals and misses upstairs, 3-2. 11-game winner at AAA with the Dodgers in 2012. Full count offering, and a swing and a liner towards short and past Haig. It's into left center. A hit for Repko, who takes a big turn. He forces everybody else to hustle the way that he does. He'll stop with the single, but has his second hit of the night. Went down and got it, and sent it out of the reach of Haig and into left center.
And with a little blooper like that, maybe that's just the thing to get Jason Repko going again. A nice 2-hit night for him. Was slumping coming into this one. Just 1 hit previously in the series. Now he's got 3.
Here's Isaiah Tejeda, who's 1 for 3, a single and a walk. And Loop to the plate. Now Tejeda spinning away, thought it was in, and they call it a strike.
Somebody wants to go home.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. The inside strike is one that we've struggled with tonight, but that was rather generous. There's the 0-1, and way in. Tejeda nearly brushed in near his front arm. Extended his hitting streak to 7 with the second inning single.
If he doesn't get on base right now, it'll be the rare single hit night for him during this hitting streak. A couple of 3-hit nights, a 2-hitter.
Now a big swing and a miss, a slider from Loop. 1-2.
Still looking for his first home run of the season, and with a hack like that, he was after it.
Yeah, he's hit the wall on the fly once. Here's the pitch. And he grounds it to third base, and it eats up Palmeiro into left. Repko up to second. He'll stop there. That one hit off the heel of Palmeiro's glove and ricocheted into left. And they'll call it a base hit for Tejeda on the bad hop. Now it's first and second with one out. He's got his second hit. That one completely chewed up Palmeiro. And the Revs with 2 on for Andres Perez. He's 1 for 4, a first inning single, and has also scored a run. Now Loop to the stretch. First offering, a slider that bends in for a strike. Revs last night won the rubber game against New Britain, so a 3rd straight series win. They'll be a little bit backs against the wall if they don't come back tonight to try to extend that streak. There's a slider down low. Perez started but stopped on the check down at first.
Revs have not lost a series since the sweep at Somerset in the 2nd series of the year back in April.
Most miserable 2 days of the season so far. There's the stretch from Loop. And the 1-1. Swinging a slow tapper to third. Charging is Palmeiro. He bare hands and throws and makes a great play. Outstanding. Charging in on the barehander. 2 down. Both runners move up. And Talvin Nash to the plate. It's told that in the Lancaster-Somerset game tonight, a combined 25 airings of the angry Patriot yell in the first 3 innings alone.
Oh, boy. What source do you have over in Somerset? If you say his name...
Can't give away...
Would they kill him?
No, because I would come right out and say it if we were there. No, it's
yeah.
Our buddy Dave Collins telling me.
Oh, yeah.
There's Talvin Nash he takes outside.
Hi, Dave. I know you're totally listening because you're also on the air right now.
Yeah, they're not having a fun night out in New Jersey right now.
There's so many things I could say about that sentence.
There's a pitch high and wide, 2-0. We'll have to do a pregame on that one night.
Yes.
That might be a week's worth of
yeah.
pregames. What's that score now?
I got the Long Island and Southern Maryland game up. It's 7-1 Ducks. John Brownwell had a no-hitter going through 5 for Long Island.
2-0 to Nash, and that's in there for a strike. Drew a look back from him. Nash 1 for 2. 2-run bomb to center in the 5th. Also 2 walks. Two-1 from Loop. And a breaking ball wrinkles in for strike 2. And the Revs are down to their final strike tonight, trailing 9-4.
Do they have any more runs hidden in that enormous wig?
Stretch, the 2-2, swing and a miss. Derek Loop gets him on the slider down, and that'll end it. Sugarland on flight day. Don't know how much sleep they got, but they come up here and win the opener 9-4 as the Revs drop the series opener to the Skeeters. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left in the 9th inning. 9-4, Sugarland wins it. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, president of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879, or my mobile is 487-2096, or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
Broadway Transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man. I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA-approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revs fall tonight. 9-4 is the final. Darrell Henry back along with Will DeBoer post-game from PeoplesBank Park. And Will, it's the start of a still early in the first half, but potentially big week for the Revs, and certainly one game does not make that week. But tip your caps to Sugarland. Big game on travel day as they take game one, and big performance from their offense here yet again, including that big fifth inning that broke the tie.
Well, you said it. Let's start before the fifth inning. The scoring opened up in the bottom of the second inning. York scoring twice. The RBI double by Keith Castillo and the RBI single by Jason Repko. Revs scoring first for the third straight game. Might even be more than that. 3 is all I remember. I have a very short memory, folks. But once again, the Revs could not hold the lead as Sugarland scored 2 in the top of the fourth inning. A solo home run by Jeff Dominguez, followed by a triple from Rene Tassoni. 3 batters later, the double by Jeremy Barfield. They missed the inning cycle by the single. And then the top of the fifth is when the floodgates open. A Texas-sized flood. 1-out single for Josh Prince. Tyson Gillies follows with his own single. Jeff Dominguez with a walk. Sac fly for Tassoni. 2-run single by Kent Mathis. And then the 2-run home run by Mr. X-Rev, jaded X-Rev if you ask me, Travis Scott with a 2-run home run. That was the 5 spot. That proved to be the difference in this game as the Revs got 2 back in the bottom of the fifth on the Telvin Nash home run to dead center. 2 for the Skeeters in the top of the sixth on Tassoni's 2-run double. And that was all she wrote. Your final score, Sugarland Skeeters 9, York Revolution 4. Skeeters with 9 runs on 9 hits in, let me start over. 9 runs on 9 hits, 1 error, 5 left on base. York with 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, 9 left on base. Winning pitcher Parker Frazier, he wins his league-high 4th game of the season. He's 4-0 after allowing 4 runs, 2 earned on 6 hits in 5 innings. 4 walks, 4 strikeouts for him on 90 pitches. Loss goes to Bo Vaughn, who loses his first decision of the year. 5 runs, all of them earned on 4 hits in 1 inning. A walk, no strikeouts, 27 pitches. A rare off night for Mr. Bo. It began at 6:32 p.m. It ended at 9:31, just a minute shy of 3 hours at 2 hours and 59 minutes. And it happened in front of 3,329 fans. 1,500 of those will take home the Marquis de Lafayette bobblehead on a picture-perfect night, weather-wise, here in York, Pennsylvania. Not so much on the scoreboard.
All right, well, Revs will try to even the series tomorrow night. They fall to 13-9. Sugar Land improves to 13-9. The two teams tied for first place once again. And again, a 9-4 final here tonight. We'll take a timeout, check the out-of-town scores, and wrap things up for you when we come back.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal